All right, we're ready.
Boom, live in action, fam. So pumped, so excited. Sunday night. So many of you guys are here with us. We got a few hundred people here with us already on a Sunday night. We sent this out really kind of to our smaller list and things because we really wanted to let, our first people know, right, who's been paying attention, the magic. All right. So let me know in the comments. I see your comments over here on my right side. Let me know in the comments on the right. Just say, hear you good, hear you loud and clear, all that good stuff. I just want to make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear for you guys, and then we're good to go. I see everybody saying what's up already, so that's cool. It's about a 20-second delay, so I'm just waiting to make sure that you guys hear me and you see me. So just let me know, and then we'll be good to go here. I see a lot of people on here. All right, there we go. Ree, Mel, Amy, Lenny, Felix, Victor. There we go. All right, Daryl, Elaine. Oh my goodness, you guys are going wild on a Sunday night. I'm loving it. So as you can see, I got my partner right here, James, on the line with me, and then we'll have Bob Beckett here as well. And I kind of want to bring a little backstory to this thing. The reason why they're even part of this deal, because it's so exciting the way that we all came together and put this together so quickly. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this has been it's been a very quick process when it comes down to actually releasing it, but it's been a very long process when it comes down to me actually learning all of this marketing stuff. So you just one more time, let me know as long as you guys can hear me, see me. We should be switching screens as we go. James, just so you can see over there, is the screens kind of bouncing back and forth as we talk? Does it look like it kind of situation?
Yeah, I have you selected now, so we should be good.
Okay, cool. Because basically, what I do is I leave the selection off, and then it usually catches us normal. So, and then you guys, if you just mute while I'm talking, because sometimes I'm so loud, I hear me coming through sometimes. So, but anyways, I'm just super excited to introduce my people obviously to you guys, and then you guys sent your email out as well, so my people get to get it more introduced to you guys as well. And a lot of you guys, we are in kind of the same, obviously industry and everything, and a lot of you guys have bought in traffic from these guys and all kinds of fun stuff. But what I want to do, this webinar, really, it's kind of like we wanted to send this to our smaller list just for people that have been paying attention to internet royalty first, right? But then this is also going to be a really cool replay as well for people that just kind of, in action and start to see what we're doing and things like that. We want a good replay out there as well for everybody. So it's going to be one of those cool things. And then what I'm super excited to announce is we're going to give away some massive bonuses as well. Stuff that, I can't even believe we're doing. But at the end of the day, it kind of comes down to one of those things. It's the first people that always take action in life, period, end of story, that win. Period. End of story. And that's really the coolest thing. So just to bring it back a little bit, the way internet royalty all came around, okay, is that I started meeting some guys on Instagram that were starting to crush it, starting to build some huge pages. And then everybody started to really start talking about them, started to say, look, these are the next level guys. These are the guys that will be there for the next situations as far as, entrepreneurship and online marketing, because everybody's starting to focus on Instagram. And so I was like, all right, so I see it, I get it, I understand. So this was about 8-9 months ago or something like that. And then I went to, if you guys have known me for a while, I went to actually LA in Las Vegas. It was about 6 months or so ago. And I saw how, entrepreneurship is huge over there in LA and Vegas. And it was unbelievable. I loved it because entrepreneurship is our blood. You know what I mean? And I just loved it because I met so many entrepreneurs. But the very first question was, what is your Instagram page? All right. What's your Instagram? That's every single time on these huge high level entrepreneurs, man. What is your Instagram page? That was the only question that mattered in LA and Vegas. And then what I started to look at was trends. Trends are really about the way that it kind of starts on the US on the edges, because there's a lot of money on the edges when you think about Florida and you're thinking about LA and you're thinking about Vegas. And then it kind of moves into the middle of the world, right? And then the rest of the world starts to hear about it. And so what's so cool is I learned that Instagram was everything, right? And then so I got super excited about learning everything that I could know to grow it, right? So the first things that I learned, all right, and you guys are going to get some really good lessons out there before I introduce you to my homies right here that put everything together for me. But basically, here's the deal. I started to learn that you can pay other influencers to promote your page, right? You can start utilizing automated software to follow people automatically. And that's pretty much all there is to it, right? And that's it. And that was the only way to do it. So to pay for shout outs, just to give you some background of the way that it costed me, for example, I literally took my Instagram page from nobody to literally, now you see it over 200,000 people, is that I literally had to pay about $1,000 per 1,000 followers that followed me. $1,000 for just 1,000 followers to follow me, because that's how big of a deal Instagram is right now. People literally beg to have a big Instagram when you're on the edge of the United States right now, like Miami, LA, and Vegas. It's crazy, because that's all that matters. And that's what I'm saying. That's what's happening slowly in our world, is it's all about who has the biggest Instagram. It's all about that credibility. That's who people go and buy from first, period. End of story. All right. That's all there is to it. So if you guys are not focused on Instagram and actually understand Instagram, you're going to learn a lot today. But what I want you to do is start to really pay attention and look at YouTube videos on it and all kinds of good stuff. All right. Now, the other way to do Instagram growth is what a lot of people hear about, is you get on these platforms, these software platforms, and you log into them with your Instagram username, all right? And then you follow people who have certain hashtags in your industry in hopes for them to follow you back. It's just in hopes for them to follow you back because they see you. And so what happens is, these are great. I mean, we actually support some right now and talk about them, and they're cool and everything. There's Jatch out there. There's another one called Lex something or whatever. And, in Instagress as well. And it's cool. You set your account up to go follow all of these people, right? And then naturally, hopefully, you're following entrepreneurs that will follow you back and see what you do. It's really one of those reverse psychology games. And it's cool. It's whatever. It's awesome. A lot of people have been using these things over the last 2 years, actually, is what I found out. And usually you grow about 10,000 followers a year, okay, using these, about a year. All right. And so we're talking about growing your account to 100,000 followers within 30 days was what we have now going on, which is so cool. So it's exciting. We're just next level exciting because we were there. You know what I mean? And we got this beautiful experience to understand what we have here now as well. So, so I learned that. And then I also started paying for my following because I knew it was everything. I knew it was hardcore everything. And so I spent literally over the first 3 months or so, I spent about $500,000 on my Instagram because I knew that I needed to have high-level marketing, right? So we had high-level marketing videos with $1 million mansions and $1 million cars and all this stuff that you need to really stand out on Instagram, right? And then we also paid about $1,000 per 1,000 followers that was coming in. So I paid $500,000, and I still, I mean, at the end of the day, we started blowing up. We started doing really great with our marketing, but I still didn't have a way for you guys out there to be able to afford actually moving into this credibility piece, to be able to grow your accounts big enough to where it even matters, okay? And that's the reality. That's why tonight, we're really talking about the next level people, the people that want to move to that next level. All right. We're not talking about the people that want to just sit at that $97 level and that, the $397 level and up to that 10,000. We're going to be talking about moving in that 25,000 plus follower level. That's when people will look at you as a completely different person. All right. But the reality is, a lot of you guys are out there. We do have, I would say, probably about 50% of our purchases already. And this website's already blown up. We only launched it 2 weeks ago, and we're already owing tens of thousands of dollars to you affiliates out there, which is so cool. But what's so exciting about this is that people come in, they'll test it out a little bit, and then they'll keep upgrading and go to the next level. But we want to talk about the next level because these guys on the line with me right now, the reason why I brought them in as business partners in this deal is not only that I've known Bob for almost a decade now, which is so crazy. He's one of the coolest things ever. But then I know that they are all about that high ticket. They're all about making literally millions of dollars on the internet. Bob and James have been making millions of dollars, literally their whole online marketing career. So that's the beauty. I didn't want to bring this to somebody, this idea, this stuff that we had, to somebody that was just kind of like, well, this is cool. This is an idea. Let's roll with it. I wanted to bring it to people that understood the value of this, right? That next level value of it. And so that's what was so exciting about bringing it to them. Plus, they're so amazing. They got, a fully coded team and all kinds of amazing stuff set up, merchant accounts and everything that you need. So they put everything together. So basically what happened was with Instagram, and I'm going to bring this all around for you guys right now. Instagram, I spent a ton of money, right? But then what happened was, because I spent a ton of money, I had 18 engineers reach out to me and tell me that they had a new way of growing Instagram accounts. And I was like, okay, so what's the new way? And they said, well, we put your Instagram account on mobile apps around the world in front of millions of people on mobile apps. Like almost like, if you were to pay for Facebook and Google and all this marketing and put your stuff on there as an impression, then people will follow you, right? And so that's essentially what we're doing with the mobile apps. These engineers figured out how to code this all up and have all these relationships with all of these mobile apps out there where you guys get the impressions on these mobile apps, and you can literally get as many followers as you want now because there's millions of people on these mobile apps. And so I was like, all right, cool, man. Because at the end of the day, you know, I only found in 6 months, I only found something that would cost literally tens of thousands of dollars to grow a decent sort of Instagram account, right? Period. In the story. And so I was like, all right. So I started testing it about 2.5 months ago or so. I started testing it. And so from 100,000, I built my account to 100,000 followers with literally that $500,000 that I spent. And then I started growing the rest of it through these guys on the engineers, right? That all put this together on those mobile apps. And so literally I went from 100,000 to 50,000 followers literally in literally only about 2 weeks or something like that. It was insane. So 150,000 followers right away. And then I looked at them and it was all legit people, which was crazy from all those mobile apps. And I was like, all right, I need to turn this into a business because for the first time I can see that anybody out there in the world can finally win at this Instagram game, right? And so at the end of the day, man, I'm telling you, what was so exciting is I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, so I got these engineers that reached out. They have everything going on. They said if I can purchase a certain amount of followers every single time, I can get a good enough deal where I can build this as a business. And so what I was thinking to myself is, I was thinking, like, what's the best person in the world, right? Who's the best people to build this with? And Bob and James literally are a traffic machines. I mean, because at the end of the day, Instagram is really all about traffic. It's about building up a brand and having a lot of people start to come to you. So traffic on the internet is all about people coming to you, seeing you, understanding all that credibility and everything. And so what I started doing was I was talking to Bob and James about this. I was like, man, what do you guys think? Because I've known Bob for 10 years. I mean, we've been back and forth and trying to build a huge business together, which just, we've been so busy, man. And, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's like timing is everything. And so I took it to them and I was like, check this out, guys, see what you think. And they're like, all right, it sounds kind of too good to be true a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just too easy, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, because these engineers put all the coding together. And what I realized, what's so crazy talking to these engineers, the 18 engineers, I mean, they're literally funded and invested and marketed by literally multi millions of dollars. It's insane. They have a huge office. It's wild, man. But the only people that know about them right now are celebrities. It was crazy. The other day, they actually promoted one of Ariana Grande's, which is like one of the #1 celebrity stars in the world, singing, promoted them over 1 million views on one of their videos, so it would blow up on Instagram. And so what's so crazy is all they've known is just these high-level celebrities, right? And so I told Bob and James about all this, and they're like, all right, cool, whatever, let's see it work, you know what I mean? So basically, I started blowing up one of their Instagram accounts with my guys putting their Instagram account on the mobile apps. And then they started seeing it go, and they're like, all right, man, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I see it now. And I was like, so let's do this together as a business. And so I started telling James and Bob, I was like, man, at the end of the day, if you guys can build exactly what my mind's thinking, I promise you, this is going to turn into a multi-million-dollar business. And so what's so exciting about it is literally, instead of it being 60 to 90 days, sometimes it'd be even 6 months to build a business, James and Bob were able to put it together in like a week and a half or two. Unfreaking believable. And that's only because they have a massive team that's already working with them. And that's already because they've done millions of dollars in the industry. See, it's not just anybody that you're about to talk to and understand, because I want them to give you guys a little bit of a backstory. See, I know it's half and half kind of, and some of you guys already know these guys, but I want them to give a little bit of a backstory because, like I said, this webinar replay is all about you guys, as far as like you guys seeing, internet royalty the first time. I want this replay to go out to them as well, So for those of you guys who are live with us, which is so blessing, which is so cool for you to be live, this is also going to be an amazing replay for new people to see who we are all about. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what's so cool. This is why I want to introduce you. So I'm going to introduce Bob first, obviously, because literally he saw one of my very first businesses back in the day, like 10 years ago. And it was actually called like How Online Business Works, which is so hilarious. And it was the first time I even started making money. It was like the very first business I launched ever, right? And I put like, I think it was like 300 members at $37 a month. And that's when I was like, man, I am rich. It's so
where are you teaching them to like, how to write on CDs and stuff?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Old school stuff, like how to put their marketing on CDs, how to like put MP3s together, like how to put some code in a WordPress back website to hopefully put it up. It's crazy, man. And so Bob was like, well, I'll send you some traffic or something. We'll put something together. We'll try something. So we tried a few things, but my marketing back then was just so cheesy and not there. Bob was trying to help me out because Bob's been in the industry for a long time. And it just didn't work out, you know, because at the end of the day, my marketing wasn't there. I was a brand new newbie, you know what I'm saying? And but we've always had just a really good relationship. We've connected big time, you know, together. And so, you know, at the end of the day, basically what I want to do is I want you to, Bob, to have a, you know, send a little bit of background, bro, of who you are, what your experience is in the industry a little bit, because at the end of the day, internet royalty would not be possible without you guys putting it together. And so it was me and Bob meeting together, and then Bob and James, we've been doing stuff over the last few years together. And so they all put this all together with us, which is so cool. And so that's what's the exciting part. So now, you know, with Bob's team, you know, I think they have like 20 something people on their team. And then these engineers, 18 plus people, engineers over there. Plus there's like, I found out from these guys, these engineers, they got like 100 people working for them too, which is insane. So this is a big ass operation that we have going on right now, which is insane. So it's just exciting. But what I want to do is I'm gonna let Bob talk for a little bit. I want him to give you a quick little background, because at the end of the day, you're not talking today to tiny little people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We have been there, done that, experienced everything, gone through massive freaking failures. I'm talking $1 million plus failures. You know what I'm saying? Losing millions of dollars too. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the only reason we're at the level to grow millions of dollars now. You know, and that's why we've done millions of dollars and have amazing lifestyles, because we've gone there, we've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So Bob, I'm going to shut up and stop talking. At the end of the day, what I want you to do, brother, is just give them a quick little background for the people, you know, that are brand new to internet royalty, have never seen this before. My people, I know some of your people here as well. But at the end of the day, like I said, this replay is going to be so important for brand new people to see who we are and what we're all about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Usually I'm the one that can just talk the ears off or the horns off of Billy Goat. I think that's why you're so freaking awesome, is you're just so good at freaking communicating. So anyways, yeah, you know what I always loved about Vincent is he was one of the, like, I wouldn't understand how he would turn like these simple little ideas like back in the day and like just like join. I'm like, what? Like me and James over here like trying to make this elaborate like crazy thing and overthinking things, and well, Vincent's over here just blowing stuff up like, oh yeah, I just did this today. Anyways, so I hope everybody's doing awesome today. My name is Bob Beckett, like Vincent has said, and I actually started in the industry by total accident in my parents' basement when I was 14 years old. Some say I was 12. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Some of my friends. But I was just, you know, chatting up with girls online, and one day I saw this little banner in the corner. It said, make like $100 a day or something like that. And of course, I didn't believe it. But I did it anyways. And I basically, I was building lists of girls mainly to chat with. That was my first subscriber list, was a chat, like an email list of girls. They didn't really subscribe, but I just got their emails anyways. And I just started getting all these people in this thing. It was free to join. And before you know it, I was making about $4,000 a month residually as a kid. So I was in the eBay. I had a business when I was 18, a power seller on eBay, making $3,000 to $8,000 profit a week. Had a staff of like 5 people. Fast forward to 21, I built a network marketing organization of, gosh, it was over 40 or 50,000 people, $750,000 a month in sales, and did well. That was my first year. I did $1 million, right, in actual profit. Over the next 8 years, I'm trying to make this short. But fast forward over the next 8 years, I built lists into the millions multiple different times, where literally my days looked like this. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd write a quick 3-minute email, and then I was pretty much done for the whole day. You know, and I would yield anywhere from, you know, $5,000 on a bad day up to $30,000, $40,000 on a good day profit from a quick 3-minute email. So to say that list building and building audiences is small is an understatement. Like literally, once you can build the right audiences around you, you pretty much can live the life that you want. I mean, that's really the reality of this, right? So fast forward a little bit further, I actually got into the ministry for 4 years because the money got to my head a little bit. I'll just be honest with you. And yeah, $50,000 trips left and right. And I was taking my family, doing all the stuff that everybody wants to do, but it just kind of got to my head and felt like God called me to the ministry. I took 4 years off. Then the IRS started rolling in front of my house. And I was like, okay, I better get back to business, right? Got to pay the taxes. So anyways, got that handled. And then I met James Starr, who is an amazing, awesome, loyal person. And we actually, you know, we started, he was selling traffic and I was selling traffic. And, He copied off my website name. Actually, I copied off his. I just snuck right in. He likes to joke around about that all the time. But me and James both, we've been selling traffic for years. That's just one of our things that we've done, right? We literally would sell thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of clicks per day. And a lot of you guys know us from Human Eyeballs. Before that, we had like Premium Traffic Lab. We had Home Business Buyers. We had like 20 different traffic sites. You always got to change it up, right? But Human Eyeballs is pretty slick name anyways. He had this list of buyers and we both liked each other. So we're like, hey, let's start a little coaching program. We started that, went off and built several multi-million-dollar companies together over the last 3 years. And now we are here. And before we go any further, I remember, a lot of you guys are saying like, I don't understand Instagram. How do you even make money with it? Like, to be honest with you, like with all that experience that I've had in the past, when Vincent kept saying, bro, you got to like check out Instagram. I'm like, why? Like, even 3 weeks ago, I'm like, can you just please explain to me what's going on here? Like why this is awesome. And then finally I'm starting to get it. You would think I would understand it right away, but now we're starting to make a lot of money. We're starting to generate the leads. We're starting to, and we'll get huge into this later, but the perception, the perceived value, I'm sure that he went over. I don't know if he went over that a little bit, but
not even yet, really. I mean,
I was sitting with a client just the other day, a local business client.
That's when I saw that in person out in LA and Las Vegas when I was out there last year. Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah, put it this way. I was sitting with a local business client, this flower shop that did over $1.5 million last year in sales. That blew my mind that a flower shop does that much. I was sitting with him because we're doing marketing for him, and I showed him our followers. We had 102,000 people following us, and I was like, yeah, we just did this in like 3 weeks. he was like what? He actually fired his AdWords guy. He's firing his marketing specialist or whatever, and his social media management team, and he basically hired us, me and James, on the spot to do all their marketing, and that's probably a potential $10,000 a month gig, just because I would say a lot to do with it was because I accidentally flashed my 102,000 followers, right? So anyways, but I'm getting it now, and I'm learning new things every day, just like Vincent. As we learn things, we're going to share more and more stuff with you, but I'm going to let James talk so we can get right into the value in the content.
Yeah, bring it back around real quick. How did, I know you said you and James started working together and things like that. What was the reason why James became business partners with you? Like all of a sudden.
All right, cool. Usually he tells that side of the story because if I tell it, it sounds like I'm bragging. But I'll say it like this. So, I got back in the industry and I still had all the information in my head, on how to make money. So I just jumped back in, started making money again, started doing coaching and all this stuff. And he actually seeked me out because people call me like the grandfather of email marketing and all this. I just turned 34, so I'm not young anymore, I guess, but started when I was 14. So, he seeked me out and he was like, how much for an hour coaching? I said $1,000. At that time, I charged $1,000 an hour. And he actually paid me. I remember I was driving on my way to a vacation in Virginia in the middle of winter to go sit in the hot tub in these cabins and do all this stuff. And, he basically, while I was in the cabin, I was like, bro, I don't need that much time. I got five minutes. I'll tell you a whole strategy that will add thousands to your business. And within 5 minutes, I don't know how much he made. He started making extra per month, but it just boom, just blew up his business. But, from there, he joined me in ILN, which is another company that you had. And we were just blowing up. Me and him had a team that was like 10, 15 of us in the top 20. We were just crushing it. We were having a great time. And from there, we just built a good friendship. And yeah, we've just been business partners ever since, making money and taking names. So
is that 4 years now? About 4 years?
It's going on it, I think.
Somewhere around there? It's crazy.
It's been a long time.
So awesome. All right, James, you take it over, boss. You take it over.
Yeah. So awesome to have you guys on tonight. So, I hope that you guys understand that it is important for you guys to know who we are if we're going to be, if you're going to spend time with us and we're going to be teaching you things. But hopefully you guys also get, and when we share our stories, it's not just about us, but I share my story all the time to hopefully inspire people that no matter where you're at right now, that you can break through and you can do this stuff. And so kind of what happened with me is my whole start began when I was either 19 or 20. I was in Bible college, and I was working at Olive Garden as a server, like getting people refills on soup and salad. So it was usually all right, except for one day I came home and I was just like frustrated out of my mind. It was one of those days where I was like working a lunch shift, and like everybody got soup and salad. I don't know if you guys know this, but at Olive Garden, if you're waiting on tables and people get soup and salad, you have to do everything the entire time. Like you don't get any help from the kitchen or anything. So it's actually super frustrating. And I came home one day and I was like, gosh, man, my job sucks, right? I said this to my roommate, and he was like, dude, let's start looking on the internet for like ways to make money. And I was like, you can make money on the internet? Like I had no idea that was even possible, right? And you know, in my background, I had nobody in my family that were business owners. I didn't know anyone really successfully that was a business owner. Pretty much in my background, everyone in my family just worked regular jobs, and that was just kind of the deal. You know, go to school, get a good job, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I did read Rich Dad Poor Dad in college, which is what really changed my perspective on this whole deal. So anyways, my roommate and I, we started, you know, looking online on how to make money online and stuff like that. And we came across this product that we got, and we couldn't even afford it by ourselves. We had to like pitch in. It was like $97, and we each had to pay like $50. And we got this little site set up with Google AdSense, and I'd never even heard of it before. And we literally went and clicked on our ads, and we saw like 52 cents like went in our account. And then we had some of our friends go click on our ads, and it was like literally within 24 hours, we had made like $4.70 something cents. And I literally remember the feeling like we are going to be like Vincent said, like we're going to be rich with this, because I had never seen anyone, you know, make money online ever before in my life. Didn't even know it was possible. And so a couple of days go by, and we ended up getting banned by Google AdSense. I thought I would never be able to make money online ever again, because they said I was banned for life. But anyways, we went on, and we kept, you know, looking for different things. We got into different home-based businesses, and I got into one business and started making a little bit of money, and it really opened my eyes to the potential of what there was online. And so I remember I had like there was one Christmas Eve that, you know, I was still waiting tables at Olive Garden, and on Christmas Eve, literally one year, I made $2,400 in like 3 hours. And this is when I was making $1,500 a month waiting tables. And like that day, I'll never forget that day. And this was a day that, you know, you have to realize these are days when everyone says, stop your marketing, stop buying advertising because it's the holiday, no one's online. And I literally made $2,400 in like 3 hours. And it was something that happened in my brain that was like, what am I doing? Like I can make $2,400 in a day. If I can do it one time, I could do it every day. Like it's possible. Yeah. And so long story short, I ended up really kind of struggling for a few years. I made a little bit of money here and there, really struggled for about 6 years. I got to the point where I just needed to take a break. I took about an 8-month break from the internet. I came back online, and I had been, you know, prior to that, I had been to a conference one time where this internet marketing event, it was like the Warrior Forum event. They had it in Austin, Texas one year. And I heard a guy named Matt Basak speak on stage, and I didn't know him, but I remember he was talking, and he said this is what he said. He said, I'll make between $5,000 and $10,000 every time I send out an email to my list. And I do that multiple times a week. And I was sitting in that room going, man, $5,000 to $10,000 every time you send an email. That's what I want. Like, and so after that event, I got super clear on what it was that I wanted. And I remember when I took a break from the internet and I came back, I had a sheet of paper like this, and I sat at my desk. I lived in this little 2-bedroom place in North Carolina, paid like $575 a month for rent. At this time in my life, I'm working a job at a tire factory, not a tire store, but like the actual factory where they make tires for Firestone. And I hated my job. Like there was no air conditioning in the summertime. I would literally smell like rubber every day. I remember walking, like, you know, at my job, I would have to walk past these machines, and these machines would basically be like cooking the rubber, like to make the tire. And these machines would open up, and all this steam would just flood out. And dude, they were like 450 degrees. Like you would just be drenched in sweat, and it sucked, right? And so I'm working my job there. I come home one night, and I got this piece of paper, and I remember I wrote down, like, there's one thing that I want to do, and it was list building. Because I remember that guy speaking, saying he made $5,000 to $10,000 every time he would send out an email. I wrote it real big on a piece of paper like this. And I told my wife, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be my entire business. And literally within a couple weeks, I don't know how or why, but I ran across someone online that I found actually was doing this as a living. I had never really personally known someone other than that event. And so I actually paid this guy as a mentor to help me out. After my first 2-hour call, I remember being like, this is it. There was such little information. And that's one of the biggest revelations I got, is that you don't need to know a ton of stuff in order to make money online. You just need to know the right information at the right time, and you can make a ton of money. And hopefully that's what you're going to learn tonight, is that you don't need to know a bunch of stuff. Literally 1 or 2 things that we share tonight could literally launch you into a 6 or 7 figure per year business. Doesn't matter what job you're in right now, what you're doing right now. And that's what happened for me. Literally after that 2-hour call, I didn't even have money to start my business. And this was the idea of God. I'm not telling you guys to do this, but when I got off the call with that mentor guy that I had paid a little bit of money to, I didn't really have money to start my business. So I literally walked into my payroll office at Bridgestone at the factory I worked at. And I went to the payroll lady and I asked her if I could file exempt on my taxes for like 4 months. And so what they did, instead of the taxes coming out of my check, I literally got that money and I started paying for traffic. That's how I built my business. And again, I don't tell you guys to do that, but that's what I did. And it literally broke me through my first, I went from 0 to over $5,000 a month within 90 days. And then from there, I just kept scaling and scaling. And then that's when I really kind of ran into Bob Beckett. I was doing, I got to the point I was doing like $17,000, $18,000 a month in sales. I was netting about 40% at that time. And I really wanted to get to the next level and just like really, really go to the next level, because I felt a little stuck. And so he shared that story. And on that call, he literally told me something that it was within like 5 minutes. I implemented it that night and I made like an extra $2,500 in like 4 days. And then I started making like an extra 5 to 10 grand a month just from like one strategy that he gave me on the call. So I actually did a couple sessions with him, and then we just became good friends and kind of started a company, from there. But as over the years, like Bob said, we've built really big lists into the millions, like email lists. Email marketing has really been what we're good at. But over the last 12 months, our conversation, like privately, like, each day when we're working in our offices and stuff, has been, how can we tap into social media? And I remember, Bob, we actually had a conversation about Vincent a while back, because we're looking at our invoices that we're paying every week for traffic that we pay for. And like, we were paying $35,000, $40,000 a week on traffic buys. Yeah. And then I'm looking at Vincent, he's like blowing up like everything he touches with social media and groups. And we were like, I think we need to learn this. I think we need to learn this side of things. And so over the last 12 months, we have done a lot more with social media. We do spend thousands of dollars a month on Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff. And so Vincent has been someone that we've had, obviously tremendous respect for. And then also like learned a ton just from watching him, promote and do the things that he does. So it's actually really awesome, because now that we're getting more into the social media game, it's turned from just building, big email lists to how can we build big audiences, right? Whether it's on email or Instagram or Facebook or to like whatever it is, how can we build a massive audience on this platform? And so when he came to us about the Instagram stuff, we were already looking into it. We were already like talking literally every week in our office, even with some of our other guys on our team, like how can we blow up Instagram? How can we tap into it? And so when he came to us with this, we were like blown away. We were like, all right, this is it. Like, this is it for us. And so it's just really cool. So that's kind of how it all started. And
the simplicity of Vincent Ortega Jr. blew my mind.
The simplicity.
It would drive me nuts.
Hey, you start spending like 40 grand a week on traffic, and you'll start thinking a lot about how can you save some money here and there. Like literally, we had a conversation. Every year at the end of the year, we, Bob and I go back and look over all our numbers and all this kind of stuff, and so we had spent I don't know how much it was. It was well over $1 million on traffic buys.
Right around 1.5 million last year.
Yeah, about 1.5 million. And so we were literally sitting there in a meeting, like on a call like this, but it was private. And Bob was like, dude, let's look back over all our traffic buys, the pages we sent traffic to. And then we looked at our pages and not to get like techie or anything like that, but we found like one little change that literally took like 5 minutes.
Yep.
that started we were paying about $1.50-ish per lead, and we were averaging about 3,000 leads a day for months. Okay. And literally there was like one small thing. It took 5 minutes to change, and we dropped our lead cost from $1.50 to like $1.15 or something like that.
I think we did the math. We would have saved like was it 600,000 last year?
It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars that it would have saved us.
It was a lot. It was a couple nice houses, right?
I mean, what I love about this is like, that's why I want you guys to realize out there that these guys that, you know, we're all working together. Like, we've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. Like, when you're looking for somebody to follow, somebody to research, somebody to, you know, kind of emulate, make sure that they've been there, done that. You really don't want to follow anybody that's hasn't gone through the ups and downs in life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all of us right here, we've each lost millions of dollars in lots of different things that we've done wrong, which is the reason why we make millions of dollars now a year. So that's what I want you guys to realize. You cannot trust just anybody on the internet anymore. And that's the thing. And so just to kind of get back to the whole premise of everything, I want you, and I see a lot of people over here in the comments saying, I'm learning stuff just from this conversation. You know, some people are like, what's the offer? What are you guys selling? What is it? Let us know, you know? And it's just so funny because I know you guys are all out there used to somebody always just selling. Like, that's not the reality of this webinar, right? And even of the replay, we want to make sure that you guys understand who we are as a person, right? As people together, a team, right? And I want to make sure you understand that this is not no small little website and operation. This is a big freaking deal that we have going on. I mean, they got 20 plus people over there working on their side. We got 18 engineers, and then they got 100 people working as well. So at the end of the day, this is a big freaking deal that's going on for you guys to literally pay pennies out there to grow your brand. So the number one thing, and this is what I want you guys to write down, okay? If you guys want to be successful, all right, this is the number one thing you got to understand. If you want to be successful in life, you have to have massive credibility. Massive credibility. If you don't have credibility, you are literally a worthless person to somebody in life. That's how it is these days, man. I'm telling you, for real. That's real talk. If you don't have credibility this day and age, you are pointless to somebody to talk to, okay? And so that's the reality. You have to have massive credibility. And how do you get credibility in this day and age? It's all about social media, period. End of story. That's the way that people are now looking up people to make sure that what they're saying actually matters. All right. And so that's what's so crazy about now is like, if you guys can grow an Instagram brand, which is the most exciting thing and upcoming thing in the world right now, if you can grow an Instagram brand, every single person you run into is going to listen to you. I'll tell you what, this is what's so crazy. When I was in LA, and what really I figured this out, because LA is filled with entrepreneurs. When I was with people that had big Instagram accounts, they'd be like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? And the very first question was, what's your Instagram? And the coolest thing they did, and when they had big Instagram accounts, is they'd be like, here, add me on my Instagram real quick. And when they had 100, 200,000 followers, and they said that to this other person they were talking to, and this other person went to go add them on their phone, right? They literally freaked out when they had massive amounts of Instagram followers, freaked out. And then for the rest of the time, literally taken care of. Like, we went into places that cost $30,000 to $50,000 to sit at these places, to eat at these places, to have drinks at these places, and we didn't pay nothing just because we had a big brand with us. Okay, and that's how big of a deal that credibility is. Okay, so what I want you guys to do in the comments, if you're watching this live, of course, just say massive credibility. I mean, look, when you show people how many followers you have now, they freak out. Period. End of story. Look at that, 101,000 right there. You know what I'm saying? And so when you hand your phone to somebody and you say, here, just, you know, add me on Instagram real quick. You know what I'm saying? And they see that, they are going to pay attention, shut up, and listen to what you say. You know what I'm saying? So now when I hand my phone to anywhere I go, look, it says 201,000 followers now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bigger you get, the more they pay attention.
So what does that mean? You're just a little bit more credible because you have 100,000 more followers.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go to Vincent.
Yeah. So yeah, if I show my phone over Bob, then now they're gonna go to me. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's the truth though. That's what's sad but true.
That's the reality we live in, and it's not gonna get any lighter. It's just gonna get heavier. here. I mean,
that's what's so crazy. And then like what I told you guys in the beginning, that if for those of you guys who've been here the whole time with us, and who were watching the replay, and remember that I talked about in the beginning, literally it's all about the fact of you can grow your Instagram now for very, very little if you've been to our website. If you haven't seen our website yet, then of course just internetroyalty.com, and you'll see this website. I'm going to bring it up here in a second, but it used to cost me $1,000 per 1,000 Instagram followers. Okay. And then naturally you're going to lose followers when you do marketing, right? So that 1,000 really was more like 1,500 per 1,000. And then I had to do all kinds of video marketing and all kinds of, marketing as far as pictures and all kinds of stuff. So I spent $500,000 to grow my Instagram to 100,000 followers. All right. Nobody can do that. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there, done that. I've been doing this thing for 10 years online, and I've been able to go through all the failures to make, tons of money to be able to even afford that. But the reality is I couldn't figure out a way for people just like you out there to be able to grow your brand for an affordable price. Period. End of story. And so that's what's so exciting. So for those of you guys who are brand new, I know I see a bunch of people just wanting to know, they think we're selling like some sort of training or something. I guess they're just used to, some sort of, expensive ass training on the internet that they're going to have to watch or something, but at the end of the day, this is a lot more than that, guys. You are literally going to start growing your Instagram brand. So let me go ahead and go to my screen real quick. Let me push the share screen. Let's see. It should be right. Better be able to share my screen, boys. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. And screen 2. All right. So let me know, boys, if you can see it right there.
There she is.
All right. And then everybody else, let me know if you can see my screen good to go. All right. And then James, if you can do me a favor, since you're running this, will you just push my screen, or even Bob, I think you can push my screen. If you push it on that Google area, it won't go off of there when we talk. Which is cool.
Yeah, we got it. We got you selected.
Perfection. All right. Everybody says they can see it. They can see it. All right. So for those of you guys who are brand new, because I see people asking like crazy right now. It's like, what are you selling? What is it? What's going on? What's your training program? All that stuff. What's crazy is these boys right here are going to give away one of their high ticket programs here for you guys that purchase some followers at certain packages that normally cost some people $2,000. They're going to be giving it to you for free. So pay attention. We're going to talk about that here very shortly. But the reality is, guys, literally, at the end of the day, think about it just to yourself, okay? Just to yourself out there who's watching this right now. If you go to my Instagram right now, it's just Vincent Ortega Jr. Think about to yourself the very first impression you get, even if you didn't know me, okay? Even if you didn't know me, you look at my followers, you see 200,000 people following me. You look at my pictures and you see 10 to 15,000 people liking my photos. You see hundreds of comments right here. What are you going to think? All right, write that down in the comments. What are you going to think? All right, what are you guys going to think? And that's what I talked about a second ago, and I saw all you guys starting to write that. Massive credibility. There it goes. I see people saying it right when I'm talking about it. And that's the thing, guys. What you guys have to realize is as soon as you have this massive credibility, you can sell whatever the heck you want. Okay, period, end of story. I don't care if you're selling clothes. I don't care if you're selling, trinkets. I don't care if you're selling jewelry. I don't care what you're selling. You have this credibility. You can sell, period, end of story. All right. And so that's the reality. If you want to check out my Instagram, go for it. All right. We have literally, I think it's like 200 people or 250 people already that we're serving. And we just launched this about two weeks ago or something like that, barely, which is so crazy. And then obviously we're going to be doing thousands of people here shortly, but we wanted to make sure it was small at first. Like I said, even this live webinar, for those of you guys who are watching the replay later on, obviously there'll be thousands by the time you watch the replay, but even this live webinar, you are our closest people right now. You know what I'm saying? And so realize that what's so cool, when you have the first advantage, you always win in life, period, end of story. All right. So I see you guys all down here. Massive credibility. Somebody said, why aren't you in jail? I don't even get that, Devin. I guess it's just too much going on or something. That's so funny. But that's just hilarious. All right. But look at that. I mean, think about that. Imagine if you guys had this kind of credibility. And that's the crazy thing. All right. And what I tell you, for me to get to 100,000 followers, it costs $100,000, right? Just for the followers. But then on top of that, it cost me another $400,000 to do cool lifestyle videos, to be in $1 million cars and $1 million mansions, to do jet trips. Look at these jet trips right here, man. I'm telling you, jet trips are going to cost you 30 to 50 grand just to go from one side of the United States to the other. All right. Just to do that kind of stuff is so freaking expensive. But you know what's very exciting? You don't need any of this credibility anymore when you utilize our brand, because you leverage what we've already done until you can have it. And that's the beauty. All right. So if you haven't seen our website yet, you want to know what's going on here, go to internetroyalty.com. And the beautiful thing about our webinars and our replays and everything else, for those of you guys who are affiliates out there, when we're only promoting internetroyalty.com, for any time that you send people through your affiliate links out there, you are always going to get credit for the sale, which is so cool. And even future webinars like the one we're doing right now, you're going to be able to promote these as well. What's so crazy is half of the webinar viewers that registered for this thing are already here, which is unbelievable. And we just started promoting this thing yesterday. So our future webinars are literally going to have tens of thousands of people rolling with them, which is exciting. So it's going to be very, very exciting times. But right here on Internet Royalty, what I want to show you guys, what we're selling, all right, is we are obviously selling, right? A lot of people have been asking, what are you guys selling if you're brand new? We're selling so you can grow your Instagram account. So first things first is followers. All right. First things first is followers. 200,000 followers is the very first thing that you're going to see when you land on my page. And then when they land on your page, right, what's the first thing they're going to see? Followers. So right here on the very top, you can see how you can build a massive following on your actual Instagram. Okay. And so don't worry, you're also going to have a group and everything you can join as well, where you can learn all the little secrets as well at the same time. But just know the very first thing is the following. But look at the pricing, $97 for 1,000 followers. Did you hear what I said earlier? It cost me $1,000 for 1,000 followers. Okay. And one more time, remember, these followers come from mobile apps. Okay. A lot of people want to know where these followers come from. They come from mobile apps. Okay. Nobody in the world has this ability to do what we're doing. All right. And the way they come from mobile apps is literally just impressions. Just like if you were to pay Facebook for impressions for your store, or Google for impressions for your store, or for any marketing in the world, impressions for your place, that's exactly what this is. But we guarantee that through your impressions, we're going to give you this many followers. Okay. So as you can see right here, $97 for 1,000 Instagram followers. And then when you go all the way to the 100,000 Instagram follower level, that goes down to like $40 per 1,000, which is unbelievably cheap. Okay. Like I said, it cost me $1,000 for 1,000. Okay. It's unbelievable. And so what I want to let you guys know as well, here shortly, we're going to announce the magic we're going to be doing, little bonuses we're going to be doing for you guys, is the 25,000 and plus. There's going to be some crazy bonuses. All right. We're going to be giving away literally thousands of dollars for those of you guys who move to that next level. Because like I said, the reason why this 25 to 5,000 was the deal on this title of this webinar, for you guys making 2,500 to 5,000 per sale, is because when you sell these, you guys also get 50% commissions. Okay. 50% commissions. Okay. It's unbelievable. So if you sell a $25,000 follower package, you make $1,000. Okay. You sell a 50,000 follower package, you make $1,500. I'm sorry. It's 20. What is that? What is that? That's 4,000. That's 3,000. Yeah. 1,500. You sell the $5,000, 100,000 Instagram follower package. That's a $2,500 commission that you get. Okay. And so here's the thing. Here's why it's so exciting, and why we said 2,500 to 5,000. All you got to do is sell one of those a month, and you're making $2,500 a month. Okay. One of those a month, guys. That's unbelievable. You sell two of those a month, you're making $5,000 a freaking month, which is gonna, I mean, that's only 2 sales per month at 100,000. And so what we're gonna be talking about here in a little bit is what I'm so excited is local marketing too. Local marketing businesses out there are paying $1,000 to $10,000 a month for their marketing, and their prayer is to have a big Instagram right now. That's their prayer. For them to drop $5,000 to grow 100,000 followers on their Instagram, that's nothing. Okay. So you selling to freaking local businesses is like literally, you know, what do they say? Like giving candy to a baby or whatever they call that thing. Man, it's nothing. It's easy peasy stuff. All right. And so for big time marketers out there too, it's easy peasy. And for those of you guys that want to become a big time marketer, easy peasy as well. So you got to think about this, man. If you want to make this money, literally 50% commissions on this when you sell it, you have to have that credibility. Bam, check this out. Boom, you can have this exact credibility to where when anybody sees what you're doing, you can have that massive, remember we've been talking about this, massive credibility. Okay. Now, do we teach how to promote this? We're already getting a bunch of people asking this. Do we teach? Do we teach? Of course. The very bottom of this website right here, Internet Royalty Facebook group right here at the bottom. Internet Royalty Facebook group's only $19.95 a month, $20. Really what this does is it just pays for our support girls out there to make it happen for us and keep the group rocking and rolling. All right. We're also going to be doing a membership area as well and knock it step by step out for you guys as well. But we already have this group rolling. We literally just started it. I think it was like a couple days ago, and there's already 55 rock stars in there. I think there's already like a couple hundred people that have gone in there in the last couple days, but we have to add you in there, of course, things like that. But there's going to be thousands of people in here. If you guys have seen my other, Facebook groups that I have, this one right here, 30,000 members right here. This Facebook group over here. Let's see what this one, 16,000 in this Facebook group that I have. Here's another one over here, 200 members. Oh, that's a big one. Here's another one, 68,000 members in this Facebook group right here. So I literally have like a few 100,000 people on Facebook in groups. But this Internet Royalty group is the latest and greatest one that we have for this Instagram deal. And the very first training you're going to get at the very top is a brand new 15-minute training that I do to teach you exactly how to utilize your exact Instagram to crush it. Okay, you'll get a 15-minute video right there ready to rock and roll. And what's really cool about this is at the bottom of this, people are commenting their latest and greatest posts that they're doing, so you guys can all share each other's love. You'll be commenting on each other, helping each other out, just showing some more love out there. You know what I'm saying? But the reality, what I want to show you guys really quick, and if you've seen the video, and this is what I want you to do for sure, if you get off this webinar today and you're live with us, or if you're watching the replay and you've never seen our first website first, I want you to see this 30-minute video that I put on here on Internet Royalty. It's going to show you exactly how this works and why this is a big deal, okay? Because at the end of the day, the followers and the juice that you can get from this, okay? Because look, we sell the followers and then we also sell the viral engagement, okay? So we literally 30 posts for 1,000 likes per post, up to 5,000 likes per post for 30 posts as well. What this does is it's a combination, okay? You get the followers and you make sure your posts are juiced up. And then what's going to happen when you utilize the hashtags like we teach you to get in front of the audience that you need to be in front of, okay? Look at this. So for example, Instagram marketing, this hashtag right here, on Instagram marketing, there's 100,000 people over the last couple of days that have posted about this. Look who's at the very top right here and right now. Yours truly, all right? We teach you how to do this. We teach you how to dominate in Instagram, okay? And this is exactly what we do. Success story, entrepreneur quotes, business plans. So let me see if I'm on the top of these. It literally depends on the day what you're on. So entrepreneur quotes not up there. Success story, 100,000 posts in the last couple days. Boom. Number one on the thing right there, as you can see. Business plan, 80,000 posts, number one right there. So I'm literally the number one in Instagram right now as well. And so is every single body else that's paying attention and doing exactly what I'm saying in this video right here in our group. Okay, in this group right here that you'll get for $19.95 a month. And so what's the cool part about our group too, you'll also earn a 25% commission on that as well every single month when somebody joins the group. Every single thing on this website, here's what I want you guys to realize. The followers, you earn a 50% commission on, okay? The automatic viral engagement, you earn a 25% commission on. The video views on Instagram, like I told you, Aria Grande just got 1 million views on one of her videos the other day. That right there, you earn 25% commissions on, all right? We also have a new thing that I haven't even talked about in this sales video up here yet. I'm going to be updating the sales video. Build a massive YouTube audience. What's so cool, you can also build a massive YouTube audience, which is very exciting. So right here, as you can see, $497 will give you 5,000 views on a video, 50 likes, plus 50 subscribers on your YouTube. So this is another aspect of exciting things. So not only we have a bad to the bone Instagram, you'll also have a massive credibility when it comes down to YouTube as well.
I'm gonna have to give me some of that real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's the cool thing about this. It's like, look at this top package. For only $1,000, you get 25,000 views plus 500 likes and 500 subscribers. Where do these people come from? Like I said earlier, it's all mobile apps. Okay,
you can probably rank any video for any
anything you
keyword
want. Anything you want. It's so crazy. And so what's cool about this too is the way that they promote these on the software that we put your stuff on is that they make the people watch your entire video too. So your video is literally going to be massively successful when it comes down to the ranking on YouTube. It's unbelievable. Okay, so that's a very cool part. And then down here at the very bottom, as you can see, professional graphics for 30 posts. So for a lot of people are like, Vince, your Instagram's looking amazing. Who does all these quotes right here, right? These cool looking quotes right here. It's our professional designer that we have at the bottom. And I'm going to tell you guys, for those of you guys who've been around for a little bit, maybe you've seen our website that's only been up for a couple weeks right here. If you're watching live, but if you're watching the replay, just know that you might see the prices up on this website by the time you watch this replay too, because especially for these professional graphics, they're coming in so fast that our graphics designer is like, whoa, bro, this is like out of control. We're going to start moving up the pricing. So it's probably going to be $497 next week. Okay. I just want to let you guys know it's going to move up to $497 next week. And then it's going to move up to $997 very soon too, because the reality is when you have professional graphics, what does that do? The same thing. Credibility, massive credibility when you have everything looking together and rocking and rolling. All right. So at the end of the day, basically, I just wanted to explain, to you guys, because so many people were begging for us as we're live to show them what the heck we're selling. You know what I'm saying? The reality is, we're not selling, some just training for you to go magically watch and then become successful in, because we do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is what's the exciting part. For once, in your life, no matter if you do the training or not, you're still going to build a massive credibility on Instagram and crush it. And what's so cool? We have a lot of let me go back to my screen really quick. We have a lot of MLM leaders that are in it, like network marketing leaders that are starting to get on this too. And what they're doing at the front of their home meetings and stuff that they're doing is they're going, hey, everybody just add me on Instagram real quick. I'll show you a little bit more about my life. And as soon as everybody in the room adds them and they got, 50, 100,000 people on there, they're like, oh my God, I'm buying anything this guy sells me. Literally, end of story. And think about it. Think about it in life, guys. For those of you guys who are paying attention and understand entrepreneurship, you need to never, ever, okay? And I talked about this a little bit ago. I think it was like on another live, because I've been doing live events every single day for like the last, I don't even know, week. But what the deal is, if you want to be successful in life, okay, the reason why James and Bob are with me in this and the reason why they're successful is because they're not consumers. They think of everything in their life as an entrepreneur, period, end of story. Okay, so think about reality TV stars and all this stuff on TV and all this stuff. These people are on there because people are watching them, period, end of story. They have massive credibility because they're on TV and they can sell whatever they want. It's crazy. I see like some of these reality TV stars that had no like any kind of like massive talent or nothing. And people just started following because they're on TV, and now they're selling like makeup lines and clothing and different jewelry and all this stuff just because they're seen and they have massive credibility because they're on a television show. It's unbelievable. All right. So just realize that this, guys, as soon as you have credibility, I don't care what you guys are selling, people are going to buy it. And that's the magic. But what's so simple right now is obviously telling people and teaching people about Instagram as well. So number one is you have to have massive credibility. How do you get massive credibility? You go to internetroyalty.com and you buy as many followers and likes as you can per post, period, end of story. And that's starting to start the credibility. All right. And then what's the next thing you do? That's what we're going to teach you once you join that $19.95 a month group and you get in there and you know exactly what to do, how to start building your email list, how to start following up, how to start doing everything properly as well. So that's the magic. But you know what's the so exciting part too, what I want to come back around, then we're going to answer some questions here very quickly, okay? Is that when I started talking about local marketing and high ticket and all this stuff, and you got here, a lot of you guys got to this live event because you saw that, you know, we were going to teach you how to do $2,500 to $5,000 per sale. I already told you that and showed you that on my screen. But what's really exciting is these guys right here, they told me before we got on here, you know, they're like, man, we're going to throw a crazy bonus together and give away our $2,000 package for free if people buy X amount of this, right? And so what I want to do is I want to let these guys tell you what they're going to be giving away to you guys when you guys purchase their amazing deal right here, which is, and they sell this for 2 G's all day long. They're going to be giving it to you for free if you do this, and I'll let them tell you real quick. And James, make sure it comes back to my screen real quick because I just wanted to show what the packages are real quick while you guys are talking about them. All right, so go ahead.
Before I say anything about the high ticket stuff, there, you know, I think that one important thing that we got to say to them is just selling this as an affiliate. Not only do you get 50% of the followers, right? But as long as you got that person to make that first sale, every single sale from that point forward will be yours. You'll be commissioned. All right. So it's literally lifetime commissions. Okay. I think it's very important to understand, because a lot of these companies that'll buy $5,000 worth of followers, they're going to be buying those monthly. You land one or two of those people. Let's say you land two people that spend $5,000 a month. That's $5,000 or $60,000 per year that you earn. Okay. I just thought that was a huge important point that we should definitely.
Oh, it's so crazy.
You get four of those people. That's, what is that? $120,000 per year with four people. Anyways, but high ticket ignition. Okay. So a lot of you guys, I don't know if you've seen our different webinars and all that stuff, but one of the things that me and James Starr specialize in, I think, you know, especially at the beginning of this year, we kind of looked at everything and it was like, what are we like the best at? Like not better than everybody, you know, but I'm saying like, what are we individually the best at? What do we consider besides email build, you know, audience building, email subscriber lists, all that. And basically it's selling high tickets. I mean, without even realizing it, I want to say accidentally, we would literally sell high ticket products anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to $25,000, literally almost effortlessly, right? And it's a gift, I believe, you know, just from doing this over the years. And basically what we did is we put together a product, okay, a service that we're actually, not a service, but a product that we're actually selling right now. And people have bought it, and we released it last year, and then we updated, rebuilt the whole program and all that stuff. And basically what it teaches you how to do is our whole exact process, our step-by-step process, you know, from A to Z on how we generate the right leads, how we get them through the funnel the right way, how to have other people position you as an expert, right? Perceived value. That's a lot what we're talking about with this Instagram. James, I think we should actually throw in some Instagram perceived value in this, in the training as well, because I think that'll go good in the funnel. Like, what if we put that on the thank you page, right? See, look at me trying to mastermind while we're doing a live call. But just know this: once you get access to this $2,000 training that we sell all the time, you're going to know for the rest of your life how to sell stuff. This is the same process that we've been using for literally years and years and years and years, and it's never going to stop, right? It's kind of something that we perfected it for ourselves, and now we're just going to give it to you guys. All right, James, you want to go heavier into that?
Yeah. So if it's cool, can I go ahead and share my screen? I want to take them through.
Yeah, tear it up. Here, let me go.
So 1 sec. I
think I gotta undo mine real quick. There we go. Yep, tear it up.
Cool.
Make sure you hide all our secret private stuff.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay?
I do. Yep.
All right, cool. So this is like part of the back office of High Ticket Ignition. And so again, like Bob said, you know, we've done over $1 million in high ticket sales over the phone. And again, we're traffic guys. We're all into automation. We are, you know, we're not guys that want to be on the phone all day, every day. That's not what this is about. But if you want to sell $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 tickets, you're probably going to have to get on the phone at some point. And so our whole goal, like in the concept of High Ticket Ignition, is to teach you how you can literally set up automated type funnels that will bring people to a place where they are basically begging to get on the phone with you. Okay, so what we teach you how to do is how to generate what we call application leads, where people are literally filling out an application to request getting on a phone call with you. And the great thing about this kind of a process is that, you know, Bob and I, we get application leads pretty much every day, and we get to sit there and based on their answers, we get to decide if we want to work with these people or not before we even get on the phone. Okay. And so then what happens, we get on the phone, our closing ratio is actually, it's pretty high now. When I started, it was about 20%. So 1 in every 5 calls I would jump on, I would usually make at least $2,000. Now it's actually a lot higher than that. So if you want to sell $5,000,
my streak over the last couple of weeks is 100%. I like the rub.
Yeah.
It really is. Go ahead, keep going.
So So Bob got in a couple calls. I think he sold 4 or 5 people in a row at $10,000. So, anyways,
almost 25,000. Keep going.
Yeah. So if you guys want to start selling local businesses and things like this, an Instagram package, this is not about being on the phone all day, but literally a 15 to 30-minute call. You could probably average, even if you're bad at following what we teach, you could probably average $1,000 or more every time you get on a phone call. Okay. And so what's really cool also about this product is that we teach something called consultative selling, which is a lot different than like getting on and just trying to pick up the phone and sell people stuff. This is really only based on what people are asking you for. So it's a very easy form of sales. It's not hard sales. It's basically letting people tell you what their current situation is, what their frustration, their problem is, and then solving the problem. And for you guys, you can use Internet Royalty as the solution to solve their problem. You get to sell it as an affiliate. You get half the money, and then we do all of the work on our end. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of run through this real quick. So this is a section where we actually give you our sales script. You can literally download it, and you could even have someone else do this for you. You can even have someone else do the phone calls for you. And then we have like a 20-minute training that goes through that. And then we have 3 sections. We have the foundation, traffic and lead flow, and then the art of consultative selling. And so that's what this course is about. You know, I paid a guy, it was a couple of years ago, I paid this guy $3,000 to teach me how to basically set this up. I didn't know that when I paid him $3,000, that what he would teach me would literally allow me to do over $1 million in sales over the phone over the next couple of years. But that's really what's happened. So what we did is as Bob and I got better at this, we sat down and we kind of worked our way backwards. I remember when I tried to start training on this stuff, I didn't even really know what I was doing on the phone. So we started recording our calls and studying all the calls where we made sales. And then basically it was very easy to say, wow, we really follow like there's like 5 points of a conversation that we go through pretty much every time. And when you follow those 5 points, it's just very easy. It's just not hard to do at all. So anyways, we teach you how to, the overview of this whole thing, mindset shifts, where you guys have to understand that in this day and age, in 2017, I don't care if you're making $8 an hour, $7 an hour right now, it is 100% possible to start doing thousands of dollars a day in sales. It is 100% possible, and you have to believe that or you're not going to do that, right? So we kind of talk about that here. We go through how to create your own high-ticket product or service. We teach you how to do this as an affiliate if you want, which I believe Internet Royalty is probably one of the, if not the best offer online right now that you can promote as an affiliate, okay? A lot of you guys are trying to promote business opportunities, MLMs, and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you something. The biggest breakthrough I had, this was 4 years ago, or really the end of 2012, after I had been struggling for years, was when I started selling a service instead of my own product. Okay. So if you're just getting started, one of the easiest things that you can do is to not try to sell your own product, but try to sell a service. Selling a service.
You mean not try to sell your own BizOp product?
Yeah. So like selling a service like Internet Royalty is 10 times easier than trying to recruit someone into a business opportunity. Although that now with Internet Royalty, you could actually do both, okay? But what I'm telling you is that we teach you how to sell high-ticket products, you know, like the $5,000 package for Internet Royalty. We want to teach you how to sell that every single day, every single week, okay? And then we even go into how to generate application leads. We show you live website examples, sites that we literally have up that are generating us application leads every single day. And if you guys saw some of our websites, you would be like, wait a minute, how do you guys do millions of dollars a year with those websites? Right. Because a lot of our websites don't have graphics on them. We try to make our sales page and everything look awesome, but a lot of our funnels, they don't look bad. They're just not, you wouldn't think that they're $1 million funnels, right? A lot of our stuff is very, very simple, okay, that anybody can do. So we show you that. We go into how to set up your application pages. We show you a $25,000 case study that we have in here. This is over like 2 or 3 weeks that we did that. And then we go through like how to sell, how to do all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to show you the back office instead of just saying like, hey, you need this. I wanted you to show you kind of the idea and the concept of what's here so that you guys understand. This is something that we've actually sold this product for up to $3,000 for access to this. And so tonight, did you guys want to go into like the...
Yeah, I think what's really important also about High Ticket Ignition is, he mentioned phone a lot, right? So a lot of you guys, you're afraid to pick up the phone. You're afraid to do all that stuff. We use this particular training to train our people to close for us. All right. So if you don't want to do it at all, you want to sell high tickets as an affiliate, you want to sell internet royalty as an affiliate to business owners, you can literally share with them, and actually inside of High Ticket Ignition, I share one awesome, freaking amazing way to get people to sell for you for free, and you're only paying them on commissions. There's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are already amazing at selling that just, oh my gosh, literally all you have to do is hand them over this, share with them what internet royalty is, and then they go crazy. You just generate the leads, they do the closing. I mean, it's crazy, right? So whether you want to sell as an affiliate, whether you want to do this yourself, these skills are stuff that's going to stick with you for years and years and years. And like I said before, if you just sold one $5,000 package a month, what is that? It's an extra $30,000 per year, right? I think that's like the medium household income in America. Correct me if I'm wrong. But literally just one. If you just sell one, you could just suck and sell one $5,000 package a year and make $3,000 or $30,000 per year, right? So anyways, keep going.
Yeah, that's it. So do you want to go into the kind of what they have to purchase in order to get this? Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's excited about High Ticket Ignition? And obviously, who's excited about internet royalty? Go ahead and put a 1 in the box. I'm just curious who's all still with us, who's all pumped, who is all ready to make some freaking money and blow up your Instagram and just go nuts. I'm just curious. Let me see. And Vincent, are you there?
I am rocking and rolling, just watching you guys. I'm excited for you guys to give away this thing because I can't believe you're doing it for one, because I know you guys just dropped this thing for $2K all day long and people buy it like it's candy. But man, at the end of the day, it's just exciting. It's exciting that you guys want to help them so much if they go to that next level. And I'm ready. Oh man,
everybody's putting
people going crazy over here. Oh my god,
it's gonna make my pinwheel spin on my Mac. Slow down.
Somebody wanted to know how you become an affiliate. So all you guys have to do is purchase something on the website right now. So for now, you don't have to, like, for example, you don't have to buy, a $50,000 package or a $100,000 package to sell one. You'll still get the commission for now. So it could change in the future, just to let you guys know. But for now, if you just purchase something, you can become an affiliate. But remember, and a lot of people always, will say this and that or whatever. But remember, if you're going to sell something and you don't have it yourself, it's a whole lot harder to make that happen.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
It's just like one of those situations in life. It's like trying to sell food that you've never created, that you've never, seen people experience and stuff like that. It just doesn't happen like that. So if don't expect, if you don't start with a lot of followers, that somebody else is going to buy a whole bunch for you. It's not going to happen like that. Usually you're going to sell what you have done yourself every single time, period. End of story. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys take it back off.
Yeah. So again, can you hear me okay still?
Yeah, you're good to go, brother.
Okay, so also what I want to tell you guys is that High Ticket Ignition, this concept is something we've been teaching for the last 12 months, but this course right here is something that we basically redid almost the entire course over like it's been like the last 3 to 4 weeks, okay? So this is brand new, like updated. This isn't something that was just made a year ago. This is literally updated in the last 2 weeks, last like 2 to 4 weeks, okay? So just so you guys know that, okay? Again, here's the packages on the website. So what we're going to do for you guys is tonight is if you purchase, this is it right here. I'm going to bold this. If you purchase 25,000 followers or more, then you're going to get high ticket ignition for free. Okay. So it's a $1,997 value. If you purchase $25,000 followers or higher, you're going to get high ticket ignition for free. Okay. So that's any one of these packages right here.
Boom. So it's basically, I mean, and you guys sell this 2K all the time, which is insane. So you're just giving that to them if they purchase the 25,000. So it's like they're getting it for nothing, but like, it's just so perfect because at the same time, it's like, once you go to that 25, that 50 and that 100,000 level, now you guys will actually have a high ticket to sell too. So then you learn how to sell high ticket, and therefore it's ridiculous how much money you can make on this. So it's just perfect.
Well, it just makes it 10 times easier to resell these packages or any high ticket products you have if you have 25,000 followers or more. So that's what we were thinking in our heads, really I mean, obviously, 10,000s will help you, 10,000 will help you. But if you have 25,000, then you're like a celebrity to most people, right? So we figured that would be the best package for you guys. And, we only want to, no offense, but we only want to have serious people take advantage of this, like high ticket ignition, because it is something we take pride in. It is one of our favorite products that we have. And, so.
And also what I want to say is that, at the end, we didn't really even go into this a whole lot yet, but you have to understand when you have 25,000, 50,000, 100,000 followers on Instagram, and you're getting a couple thousand likes per post, you start landing on the Explore page. Vincent can go into more about that, but you're going to start generating leads. Okay. Now, here's what I want to say about high ticket sales. It doesn't take that many leads for you to make, $5,000, $10,000. I mean, literally getting 5 people on the phone at our pace now. Of course, we're a lot better than we were 2 years ago. But we'll make $10,000 every time we get on 5 phone calls. Okay. Pretty much at least. Okay. It doesn't take that many leads for you guys to start making high ticket money. One of the biggest things that changed, this is what people don't understand about our traffic service. Also, Vincent, is over the last few years, I mean, not in an arrogant way, but we were probably some of the top solo ad sellers like online in that whole market. And people used to always ask us, like, our prices were always way more expensive than everybody else. And yet we still had probably the biggest customer list of anyone in that whole space. What people didn't understand is that we didn't really make that much money in our traffic. Where we made most of our money was on the back end. And we understood how to create a system that would allow us to do that. And so for you guys that are selling products that are, $30, $97, stuff like that, sometimes all it will take for you to really break through is to add this component to the back end of your business. I mean, what if, you guys are using autoresponders and things like that? What if you had an automated system that would allow you to create? What if it was just one high ticket sale a month? What if it was only $3,000 per high ticket sale that you were making? I mean, literally, that would change most people's lives that are on this call right now. And so, you're going to start getting leads and sales from Instagram, and then you can literally implement this training to start closing high ticket sales on your back end. And it's something that literally could be life-changing income for you.
Boom, baby. And so here's the crazy thing. Did you tell them how many followers we're giving away to? I don't even remember. Did you say
no,
that?
Not yet.
All right. That's the crazy part. So another thing too, it's like, not only are these guys giving away their $2,000 high ticket ignition, now the other thing we're doing, because this thing is all about, like we talked about, this webinar is all about you guys making $2,500 to $5,000 per sale all day long. And it's already happening. People have already made this already happen within just our first 2 weeks of launching. It's unbelievable. I mean, the site's doing, $10,000 to $15,000 a day, easy peasy. And that means that 50% of that is going out to affiliates every single day too. And I'm telling you, we already owe tens of thousands of dollars in affiliate commissions, and we just started. It's crazy. All right. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we give you guys, if you watch this live replay or if you're watching this live, that's the hookup that you guys are getting. If you see this and you get this hookup, I'm telling you, and I don't know how long this is going to last. If you see this replay, we'll still honor it and things like that. But the reality is right now, it's only available if you're live with us right now, right? If you're watching this replay, then it will still be available because it's out there and you've seen this. But the reality is most of the time, it's going to be, you know, just for the people who are with us live. So know that if you're here live, this is a big freaking deal. All right. And so for 25,000 Instagram followers, all right, I was having James do the math so we didn't lose money on this, which is so funny. I mean, we literally talk back and forth about this because we're not making hardly any freaking money on this when we do this. But the reality is, okay, I want you guys to know when you purchase 25,000 Instagram followers, we're going to give you 10,000 followers for free. So that's 35,000 total Instagram followers. All right. And so, you know, I've already seen a couple of questions like, well, what if we did that like a week ago or two, things like that. But realize that this is like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, maybe we'll try to work something out with you guys. You know, people have already asked because people are buying. I'm telling you, man, people are buying this like crazy. We'll try to work out something for you, you know, previous buyers, things like that. But realize just right now, I want you to understand that, you know, stores come out with deals all the time. Things like that happen all the time. You know, one of the reasons that we can do this as a company is we've been making huge purchases and huge buys, right? And messing with these software games and things like that we're doing. It's unbelievable how much it costs to get on these mobile apps as well. So, you know, we're in a good situation right now where we're able to do this without losing money. Because when we're giving you this much free, normally we would lose money in this situation, but we've ran across some good deals as well. That's why if you see this replay, we're still in that good deal right now that we're getting with the mobile apps. Because remember, this is not free for us. Somebody even put a comment over here earlier, which was so funny. It's like, can we get like a free trial somehow? Guys, this is not free for us. All right. This costs us money. Okay. Remember, we're paying 18 engineers. We're paying all these mobile apps to display your ads on there. This is expensive. This is a multi-million-dollar back-end process. All right. So realize that. All right. And like I told you, it normally was $1,000 per 1,000 followers you get too, you know, back in the day. So before this, and this is the only company in the world you're going to see like this. All right. But for 25,000 Instagram followers, you're going to not only get their high ticket ignition as well, you'll also get 10,000 plus on top of that. For 50,000 Instagram followers, you're going to get another 20,000 on top of that. And for 100,000 Instagram followers, you're going to get another 30,000 Instagram followers on top of that. Okay. It's unbelievable. I mean, like I said, you know, we went back and forth together, and all of us together is just going, just make sure we don't lose money on this. Because as a company, obviously, if we lose money, we ain't going to be around here. You know what I'm saying? We just really wanted to pretty much break even on this sense because like I said, we only sent this out, you know, this first live event to our, you know, first closest people. Because at the end of the day, for us right now, it's all about just getting as many success stories as possible, right? Not really make that much money, get as many success stories as possible. So you all as affiliates out there too can make a ton of money too, because naturally this just gets passed around the world. Because as you guys know, we've talked about local marketing, which is going to be so cake, which is going to be so easy, you know, to crush. But most of us, you know, we know this online world where we can sit behind our computer and make millions of dollars down the road. And that's the beauty, guys. And that's the beauty. So realize we got both ends of the spectrum. But the reality is, if you don't have this massive credibility like I have, okay, and like all of our top people have, and people who are investing and rocking this out, then it's going to be very difficult for you to sell anything. I don't care if it's Instagram followers or your products or your MLM or your network marketing company or whatever. If you don't have massive credibility in this life anymore, it is absolutely pointless. Okay, period, end of story, to try to sell anything because you don't have any credibility. All right, and that's the thing. All right, so just realize that this is what's going to give you credibility. Now, for those of you guys who are also, think about this. I want you to realize you will get followers. Remember, we put you on these mobile apps. These followers, they're not magic, essentially. They're real people that if you don't put a post up there here and there that's good, that they want to see, that they're not going to like and things like that, realize that it helps to give yourself some automatic viral engagement too. And so buying these 30 posts for 1,000 likes on Instagram is the minimum I recommend you guys do as well. So you can start getting that that juice action going on as well. Because if you get a bunch of followers and you don't post things that they like, then obviously they ain't going to like your stuff, right? You know, so the reality is if we send people to like your stuff no matter what, right, then you're going to, the other people will have that credibility. Your followers will see the credibility of everybody liking that, and then they'll like it as well too. You know what I'm saying? So you get both ends of the spectrum when it comes down to this action. Okay, that's what I want you guys to realize. So try to at minimum get 1,000 likes per post on your Instagram, so you have that as well. All right, so just realize that action too. But that the crazy thing is, one more time, I mean, Bob and James, you guys are for real gonna give anybody, even if they only purchase 2,500 or 25,000 Instagram followers, you're gonna give away that high ticket $2,000 high ticket ignition.
Yeah, and just so we're clear, we're not going to give it to like every single person. It'll probably be down in a couple days. So if you're watching this replay, it will have like a message over it. Okay, so we're not gonna have this for infinite. All right. so if you're thinking about it, you want to jump on the bandwagon and make this happen for yourself, I would get it now while we're still offering it, because obviously we can't devalue our product that much. We just want to hook you guys up. So you know, maybe first 20 or 30 people we're going to hook up after that. And I see orders already coming in. So, I mean, I don't know how long it's going to be up. So if you're watching the replay and you see a message that, you know, high ticket ignition's gone, don't worry. The 25,000 followers is still good enough on its own. Right. So just so you know. Okay.
Exactly.
So if you're even on the edge right now, I would jump. Right. But other than that, I don't think we talked about the Explorer page or anything. Are you just going to have them watch the video or the importance of it?
Exactly. So one more thing, guys, for those of you guys who need to like see a little bit more information, you need to go to internetroyalty.com, and you just need to watch, like, if you haven't seen this already. See, most of you guys who are watching this have already been to Internet Royalty right here, and you've watched this top video. Okay. So this top video talks about the Explorer page. It shows you, like, I think it's like 15 of our people that got in before everybody else too, and how they're crushing it. And then, you know, at the end of the day, you're going to see and understand everything. It's a 30-minute video. I broke everything down for you guys. Okay. Now, for those of you guys who don't, like, some person said that they didn't have, you know, that extra money or whatever, things like that. That's fine. That's why we have, you know, for you to start at least diving in a little bit down here at the bottom of our website for $20 a month, which is nothing. I mean, it almost costs like 10, 20 bucks just to get a freaking McDonald's these days. Okay. So we wanted you to get in there and actually get rocking with us, you know, for $20 a month. So if that's the last thing you can do, you know, and you don't have extra cash on you or whatever, $20 a month, rock with it, get in there, get in our Facebook group, and you'll start to understand things and you'll be able to rock and roll. But the reality is, you know, for those of you guys who, you know, maybe have, you know, an extra $1,000, $2,000 in the bank, and this doesn't really work out for you, I want you to start thinking of something in your life, and I want you to start realizing something as well. If you guys haven't gone out there and started looking at loan situations and banks and cards and things that you can actually invest in, right, to have a little bit of interest, right? If you haven't started doing that, you're not an entrepreneur. You're not going to be successful. I guarantee every single successful entrepreneur that you guys look up to put everything on a loan first, put everything on a credit card first, or magically somebody helped them out, right? That they had to pay back eventually. The reality is, I know me myself, when I started and got into a big, you know, situation where I started making good money, I did a $5,000 investment when I had $2,000 left in my bank account. Okay. And so what I did was, obviously, I wiped that $2,000 out and I got a credit card and finished the rest. Plus I had that little bit of extra to have that going on. So the reality is, what I want you guys to realize is, if you don't have the money right now, you don't think you have it in the bank because you're just thinking about what your bank is, you need to go open up a credit card. You need to go to a bank and ask for a little loan. You need to figure out what you can do and what it takes to get that extra money. Okay. So realize that this is something, I promise you, every single one of you, if you're looking up to an entrepreneur and you want to make great money, you have to look it up. Okay. You have to look up the fact of the matter of getting some sort of loan, getting some sort of credit to get rocking and rolling. Most people at this day and age, you can get a $5,000 credit card all day long. Easy peasy. I mean, all day long. Okay. So just realize that too. All right. I see some crazy comments coming in. People are going nuts over there. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is exciting times. You know, the reality is, people, you know, that understand this, that get this, that realize this, you know, they're going to be the ones that are successful in life, period, in the story. People that are a little bit slow behind the thing, you know, it just means that you haven't put in the time and effort to get your mindset on that next level. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand the next level, and once you understand that you have to be the first person to do things in life to win, then you will start to understand when opportunities like this come up. Because anytime opportunities like this come up where you can become the authority in that particular niche or industry or, you know, social media platform, then you know that you'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's me, for example, on Facebook. When Facebook came out, you know, like I think it was like, I don't know, over a decade ago, something like that. I started playing around on Facebook like 8-9 years ago. And that's where I built all my following, because that was brand new. Easy peasy to get there and get that following, because I was one of the first entrepreneurs on there really making it happen. Right. And so that's when I saw Instagram really only been popular, I would say, for like the last year and a half or two. And once I saw that 8 months ago, I knew I was about a year or two in front of, you know, this whole wave that was about to happen. Because what? Instagram's growing 10 times faster than Facebook ever grew. Okay. Instagram right now has got 600 million people. Facebook has 2 billion people. Okay. Instagram also, out of those 600 million people, only have 20% of those people that even understand English. Okay, so it's literally a tiny little amount of influence that you got to create to become a massive success on Instagram and to have that credibility. Because I'm telling you, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, when a lot of people have 20, 30, 40, 50,000 followers, you know, 100,000 followers, easy peasy, your 100,000 is not going to be that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be looking for people at 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million. And then a new social media platform will come out like it always does. Right. And then that will take over for the next couple of years.
Dude, I own MySpace.
You own it. You do.
Dude, I own MySpace.
You got some stuff in there. So that's what I want you guys to realize. You have to take advantage of things when they pop. Okay, period, end of story. And that's why for the last 8 months, I was willing to put $500,000 into learning Instagram, right? And that's why I was willing to do whatever it takes. And because of that, I had these engineers reach out and tell me all this new mobile apps that they're doing now. So, you know, I'm telling you, we're the first in the world to do this, which is the most exciting part about it. So what kind of, have you seen any questions, Bob, that maybe we can answer if somebody's asked any questions here or there?
No, but like if you guys have questions, you're on the fence. Who's on the fence right now with going with the 25,000 followers? Just let us know. If you're on the fence, why don't you put on the fence in the box, and then you know, maybe we can address your questions that you might have. Eric just said, what about MySpace? I own that sucker. No, I wasn't the CEO. I just made a lot of money from it. But yeah, Vincent's right. I mean, you every new platform that comes out, like you have to own it as much as humanly possible. You got to be where the people are, right? Jason's on the fence for 100K. So what are you waiting for, Jason?
Jason said down below, he said, after I get my Instagram rolling with followers and engagement, do I just use an automation? Do I just use an automation to my eyes to get my page to sell, or should I promote my account somewhere? So that's exactly why you also need to add that $19.95 a month little Facebook group, and then also the brand new membership area we're coming out with. Just add that. It's $20 a month. I mean, it's nothing. So just add that on there too when you purchase, and then you're going to get all the training that you need to have those kind of questions answered. See, the reality is, you know, we're not going to teach all of the stuff that I paid $500,000 to learn to people who are just out here for free. It's just not going to happen. Period. End of story. I mean, I had to pay $500,000, and now I'm going to be giving that away for $20 a month. I mean, it's ridiculous in itself. But the reality is, just know that if you have questions as far as like utilizing your Instagram, or actually what you should do once you do, or how you should act, or all these things. And some people even asked about what pictures should I post. We have all that. I have literally 200 pictures for you guys to post right now that are high level pictures that will get people engaging as well. So just realize that $20 a month is nothing. Okay, it's absolutely nothing. And then for those of you guys, somebody just said 2 credit cards to order that 25,000. Should they? What do you think they should do, Bob? Should they email support or something for something like that, or what do you think?
James is usually the go-to guy. You know, I could say email support, but we want to make sure you get taken care of like right away. So what do you suggest, James?
James is muted right now. You're muted, James. Do you see, Bob and I are the marketers. We're out of control. We're always having fun and excited. James is the one that keeps us together. He's like the concrete, you know what I'm saying?
So what you can do is email us at support@internetroyalty.com, and I'll go in there and I'll reply tonight, and we can do a manual purchase through PayPal, or we can give you a link where you can actually purchase twice.
Right.
Perfect.
Okay.
So for those of you guys so basically, if you're watching this replay, because like I said, remember this replay is going to go out too to select, like, the replay is really only going to go to people who have that next level mentality and actually sign up for like wanting more information. You know what I'm saying? So if you do see this replay, like I said, then also email support@internetroyalty.com. Same sense, where, you know, if you needed to do 2 credit cards and things like that as well. So
Malika asks, what if people say they are fake followers and fake likes? Well, honestly, so we never went over the Explorer page really at all, and what that means. All that really means is, so for instance, we were paying for 2,500 likes. So if you went to our page right now, you'd see that most of our likes were 4,500 to 7,000. That means that literally 4,000 to 5,000 people were all organic, real. They're all real. And don't get me wrong, they're all still real people. But 4,000 or 5,000, 6,000 of them are actual people that found us and liked our stuff. And then you get all these organic followers of people that really, really like you. So the more you get and the longer you do this, the more organic and real and people that are going to start commenting, liking, you know, leads generating, people clicking on your bio link, all that stuff. So it's not like you're just buying a bunch of fake. I don't even think we went over this. It's not like you're buying a bunch of fake followers and likes and like they don't do anything. They actually do things. They're real people, right? and then once you get on the Explorer page, which is people that just basically open up Instagram and I think click the little search icon, because you have so many likes and so many comments and so many you know, followers, your image that you have actually goes up on their front screen. Not every single one of them, but it gets to the point where once you get big enough and you're getting more and more likes, almost every single one of your posts goes on the actual front page of every single Instagram user, right?
Exactly.
And then
that's what I did show a little bit about that earlier when you clicked on my hashtags and think when I was on their thing. So when you show up on those top posts, that's where your organic followers get as well. So like, yeah, you will pay for, you know, followers and you'll pay for, you know, likes per post and things like that. But realize, you know, most people, when you purchase, say, for example, if you did 3,000 likes per post, you're going to get 5,000, 6,000 likes per post because of utilizing exactly what I teach you guys, the hashtags and everything. And you'll be getting all those people rolling in as well. So somebody actually just said on our comments right here is that he purchased the 5K likes per post and he usually gets about 7,000 to 8,000. So as you can see, it's all about, it just depends where you are too. You know what I'm saying? Because like, for example, me, if I pushed 5,000 to mine, I'd get 10,000 to 15,000 just because I've been doing this for a while. You know what I'm saying? So it really comes down to the consistency aspects as well. But realize that no matter what you purchase, as far as the way it is, it's just marketing, guys. And then that's what, it's the juice, you know, marketing's the juice, you know what I mean? And so it's just the juice to push you even further, right? And otherwise, you know, you're going to be like everybody else trying to grow on Instagram. It's going to take you years, you know, and by the time that you figure it out, and by the time that you do get followers, you know, through the organic, old school, no marketing way, I mean, it's going to be onto something new. You know what I'm saying? And so the reality is, you know, this is the juice that will put you there before everybody else now. You know what I mean? So that's
you guys got to understand this. You guys are literally on the forefront. I know a lot of people say this, but you guys are on the forefront of what everybody wants, right? Every network marketer, every biz opper, every real estate agent, every local business, every single person that needs to have a higher perceived value of their company and that has customers can be a customer of yours through us. That's why we wanted to make this so awesome, to where literally you're getting 50% of all the followers that they purchase, 25% of everything else, I believe. I don't know the exact numbers on everything, but I think that's it. And again, I got to stress this. I can't stress this enough. It's a lifetime, right? So if you went out there and got 20 businesses that are spending $5,000 a month, quick math says that would be $50,000, right, James? Okay, James is my human calculator, right? That would be $50,000 a month that you can make, right? So literally the opportunities are endless here. So let's say you're in a business opportunity right now and you're doing well in it. That's cool. Every one of the people on your team, the leaders, everybody around you needs this. They're going to be seeing your Instagram. Like you wouldn't believe how many people were messaging me. Big, huge leaders on all the leaderboards were messaging me saying, Bob, what's going on with your Instagram account? You were at 3,000 the other day. You know, now you're at 100,000. What's going on, right? If you want to get noticed, if you want to be able to have that higher perceived value, but more importantly, build a true, organic, awesome following, and at the same time, everybody is going to ask you, how the heck did you get 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 followers? What did you do? Oh, well, it's simple. I just went over here. Here's my affiliate link. Well, there you go. There's another freaking $10,000 you just made. It's very simple, guys. This is going to be one of the easiest ways that you make money. I'm personally not a huge like biz-oppy guy anymore where I'm like, woo, buy this so you can make a bunch of money. But honestly, it's simple. Like this really is probably, like James says, the hottest affiliate offer on the market right now. This is not going anywhere. And every single person that cares about their business is going to want to buy this, right? I mean, this is the real deal, guys. Is there any questions on like commissions or how to sell it or anything like that, guys? Like whoever's on the fence, let us know.
We got a couple people already said I'm all in. I'm not on no fence. I love it. I love it. I see. Let's see. So what's the cost of the offer, Peter? I don't know. I mean, if you maybe just showed up to this live event or something, I don't know what's going on, because Peter, you know, you need to maybe watch the replay later or something. Let's see. What does it cost to keep your followers? Really, that comes down to you purchasing that $19.95 a month, you know, level, you know, $20 a month level, and I'll teach you everything that you need to know in that group, right? And just realize that the cost to keep followers, that's not even how you ask, you know, the question. It's just, what's the good content that I push out there that will keep people excited to keep watching me? You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Really, at the end of the day, what I want you guys to understand is the reason why people follow you, right, is because obviously you're giving some sort of value, or you keep them excited. You know, Instagram is one of those things you don't even really have to give as much value as you normally used to back in the day with like Facebooks and things like that. It's really just kind of like exciting, you know, engaging kind of things, you know, which is cool. And we give you, when you get that $19.95 a month, that $20 a month, you know, membership that you can get down at the bottom of the website, I give you 200 images that you guys can use on your Instagrams as well. Professionally amazing Instagram images for you guys too. So just realize if you start utilizing all that, that's another thing that will obviously keep your followers rolling and get more followers. So somebody asked if OSP and Internet Royalty are separate entities. Yes. So you can it says, can I refer somebody to Internet Royalty, meaning they don't have to participate in OSP? Correct. So it's a completely different company. All right. So that's a question. One of those things, you know, OSP is one of my other companies that I manage and run as well. So at the end of the day, that's two separate companies that can be completely separate if you want, for sure. You know, we of course, you know, it's one of those situations as well where, you know, it's the credibility aspect, building websites aspect. That's what that does. And then the autoresponders. We have a lot of cool stuff going on right now, but credibility, really, at the end of the day, no matter what you utilize, what software, what website, whatever, if you don't have credibility, nobody is gonna care, period. End of story. And that's what I love about this. This is the first time that I've ever seen for anybody new to finally build massive instant credibility. Okay. For the first time ever. Okay, with real people. Back in the day, there used to be fake this, fake that, fake whatever, and it was junk, you know. But the reality is, this is people from mobile apps, the real deal. All right, and that's the exciting part about this. All right, so let's see. Somebody says, "Show me the money." All right, let's see. Oh yeah. So that was the same question to that answer, or same answer to that question. If you don't live the high life, don't you need a constant content to keep your followers? That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you do that $20 a month membership down at the very bottom of our website, you will be able to get the 200 images that are high level images for you to post on your Instagram until you have your own. All right. So let's see. Can the $20 a month be paid at $20 a month? I'm not even really sure what that means.
I think she's asking if she comes in at the $20 a month, can she resell all her stuff?
Correct. For now.
Yeah.
For now, you can, for sure. So just know that, you know, in the future, things may change, obviously. But for now, if you come at $20 a month, you can get an affiliate link and sell anything you want on the website. All right, let's see. Can we promote internet royalty on solo ads? Of course. I mean, at the end of the day, it all is about credibility, period, in the story. So on solo ads or any sort of ads out there, when you start building an email list like a proper email marketer, which we teach you as well, of course, is that you have to have, right, what's going to happen when you send out emails if you have credibility. So the very first follow-up emails that I would send is, boom, check out my Instagram. That's awesome. Bam, instant credibility. You can sell whatever the hell you want. All right. So that's the magic. I want you guys to realize this. No matter what you do in marketing for the rest of your life, okay, the very first thing you're going to do is say, check out my Instagram. And it's over. They're going to listen to you. Period. End of story. All right. It's just easy when you have that. It's magic, all right, in a sense, because that, you know, if you don't have credibility, what you do is send people to our websites and let us do all the credibility and things like that. But when you can compound it, when you can have the credibility and then send it to people that have credibility, the sales double, triple, 10x, all right? It's unbelievable. But when you don't have credibility and then you send other people the credibility, you know, to places that have credibility, then it goes, well, what if this person just wants to make money off me because they don't have anything yet? You know what I'm saying? So realize that when you have both sides of the spectrum, you become literally like somebody that's a freaking celebrity in the world. That's what's so crazy. And everybody listens to celebrities for some magical reason. You know what I'm saying? So just realize that you instantly have that credibility and you just win this game. Period. End of story. So any other, what else we got going on? What else we got?
I just want to interrupt real quick. 20 left of high ticket ignition. Just wanted to throw that out there. Just going through stuff. Only 20 left. So if you want to purchase the 25,000 package, now is your time to get high ticket ignition for free, which we sell for $2,000 a pop. And just gotta let you guys know that before you hit us up tomorrow and you're like, what are we doing?
Like, what's going on? All right, credibility is real talk is what somebody just said. There's so many comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm literally reading through hundreds.
So someone asked about the Instagram terms of service.
Exactly. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so terms of service when it comes down to Instagram, this is what we know right now. Okay, and we know that if you log into a automated program or anything like that, that is against Instagram's terms of service. Which now, don't get me wrong, because we have buddies that run Instagram services where you log in and they have automation and things like that. And at the end of the day, I don't have anything against them. Okay, period. And I love it. I think it's cool that people are going out there and they're trying to make things happen. All right, period. In the story. And it does work a little bit, these automation programs and things. But realize that's against the terms of service. I, as a 10-year, marketer, Bob and James, we have a big long-term credibility history. Okay, we can't put ourselves in situations that are against terms of service on anything, because at the end of the day, we just can't afford for our brand to look that way. So for those of you guys who sign up with our service and our product right here, right now, right, realize that we don't need your logins. Period. End of story. Because you are not logging into anything. There's no automation when it comes down to this. This is literally, like I said, mobile marketing. So your Instagram, when you get followers, is getting shown on mobile apps around the world in front of millions of people. People click on it and they follow you because you're getting shown on mobile apps. It's straight up marketing, right? Now, don't get me wrong too. I don't know, if Instagram, down the road is going to be like, man, these guys got hooked up way too cheap. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is we're not doing anything against terms of service, and that's the magic. You know what I'm saying? So realize that, and so we're literally doing the same marketing that you would go to Facebook right now and you would do impressions on Facebook that says, follow my Instagram. That's the exact same thing we're doing on mobile apps. Because on Facebook right now, and this is why I love this, okay? On Facebook right now, you can actually go do the same thing on Facebook. You can pay Facebook to have your Instagram go on mobile apps around the world on Facebook, okay, and have your impressions go out there. But on Facebook, it's going to cost you literally tens of thousands of dollars to grow an Instagram account, to 100,000, 50,000. You know what I'm saying? So realize that. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing the same thing with you showing up on mobile apps as you would do if you were going to go through Facebook. And guess what? Facebook owns Instagram. So we don't do anything against terms of service. However, of course, we cannot say, this is another thing that we talked about that could happen. What if you're utilizing our service And what if you're utilizing an automation service where you logged into something, you know, right? So you're using 2 services at the same time. You know, we know what we're doing is not against terms of service, but what you're doing on the other side of things might be, you know, due to terms of service. But because if you're doing something like that and then you buy from us and you lose your account for whatever reason because you did an automation sort of situation and you lost your account, that don't mean that you can come back and tell us that it was our fault, because it wasn't. That was your fault for doing automation on another company. You know what I'm saying? So realize that. You feel me? So like, this is a lot of money, and we pay a lot of money when you guys spend a lot of money out as well. So we're doing marketing for you. All right. So realize that. So does that kind of explain it a little bit, James? Does that make sense, the way that I put it together there?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
All right, perfect. Because that's kind of what somebody was asking. Maybe is that what the deal was right there?
Yeah. Somebody asked the question. I just read it.
Perfect. All right. So somebody said, would I have to join Internet Royalty separately? That's probably somebody that's in one of my other businesses, things like that. Of course, this is a new business. You have a new affiliate link and everything like that. So realize that, which is cool. Can we promote Internet Royalty on advertising? Any kind of advertising? Of course. Of course. All right. Let me see what these latest questions are. I feel you, but I hear you. That's funny. You have to pay if you want to play. I mean, that's a funny term. It's not really like that. It's more or less like you have to understand what we do around here before you can go out there and sell it. You know what I'm saying? The reality is we don't want a whole bunch of people out here selling something that, you know, they don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have it set up to where at least you have to get at least a $20 a month membership, right? So to learn how do you get your affiliate links and things like that. So just realize that. All right.
And what would happen if it was just a free affiliate program is we probably have this thousands upon thousands of affiliates that might be doing like, you know, spammy type marketing or misrepresenting the whole service or whatever it is. And so there's a lot of unnecessary things that we would have to deal with if it was just a free affiliate program. But for people that are serious and they actually make a purchase with our service, it's a whole different thing. So
yeah, honestly, pay to play, like real pay to play, is when you have to buy in at a certain level to resell at that level. Like that's real pay to play. This is just like, we want you to actually be a product of the product. We just know that you'll be able to make a lot more money as an affiliate if you actually are getting followers, if you're actually getting likes and all that stuff. So I'm looking at credit cards right now, Daryl says.
All right, so William said, do you need an Instagram account to sign up? Because I need some time to come up with the right name. What you can do, the best way to do that is you can purchase now so that you can get access to the bonus that we have. And then you can just let our support know whenever you're ready, whenever you actually get your Instagram account set up. Now, we do ask you, please don't buy and then wait like 2 months to set up your Instagram account. And then, you know, 6 months down the road, you hit us up and you're like, hey, I want my followers now. So as long as you're going to do it in the next few days, or the next week or so, you can go ahead and purchase now, get access to the additional followers that we're going to give you as a bonus, and then get access to high ticket ignition. And then you can just email our support team whenever you're ready. Okay. So that's probably the best way to do
also, you know, you can change your Instagram name anytime. So like, let's say you came up with just something you think you might want. We could send the followers, the likes, all that stuff. You could change it anytime. It literally takes 10 seconds to change it. So I think I've changed ours like 5 times already. It's just instant.
It is cool. You can change your name on Instagram. That's what's neat. I mean, like with, I don't think you can do that with like Facebook fan pages and stuff like that normally, but I'm not sure, to be honest. But I just know Instagram, you don't have to worry about your name and stuff like that. I mean, you can change it anytime you want, which is such a cool situation. Let's see. I'm just seeing a lot of good stuff. Okay, if I purchase a package, does that automatically make me an affiliate, and can I become and resell other packages? Yeah, you're going to learn how you can sign up to become an affiliate after you purchase a package. So that's how you'll learn how to become an affiliate. If you don't have an IG account yet, do you recommend growing one account or a few? I recommend growing one at the right out the gate. I mean, that's it. You know, a lot of people, you know, I don't know. It kind of depends. Some people will tell you to grow like 3 or 4 or 5. At the end of the day, it's for me. I mean, I'm a business owner that runs several different things. I wouldn't want to do more than one, to be honest, period. You know what I mean? And at the same thing is like, once you have that massive credibility under one brand, you can sell anything. I mean, look at it. You know, look at just anybody that's got credibility out there in life in general. You know, like Kevin Hart, he's hilarious. I love him. He's such a funny comedy guy. But, you know, he does comedy stuff nowadays. And now he's even doing his latest movie that's coming out is like a serious role he's doing. So because of his credibility, he can do anything he wants. You know what I'm saying? And he was selling some headphones the other day through an Amazon affiliate link. I think he was selling a book through an Amazon affiliate link, you know. So at the end of the day, because of his credibility, he's now able to do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with reality TV stars like the Kardashians and all them out there. They're selling makeup products and then clothing lines. And look at Kanye West now selling some shoes. You know, it's all about that credibility piece. Once you have the credibility, you can sell whatever the heck you want. So I just recommend growing one massive, you know, solid page with your brand. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be your name, like what we do, you know, these days, or your branding, you know, as far as your company name, it's all good. I would just recommend building one brand up to where people just can't say no, period. That's the thing. I mean, people just can't say no once you have that credibility. They're just like, oh my gosh, I mean, I have to now. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. So realize that. I just purchased, Edward says, I just purchased 100K. How do I get the HTI? So what do they need to do for that? Because he just purchased 100K. What do they need to do? Email support, or what do you think?
Yeah, just email support@internetroyalty.com with your like a proof of your receipt. Like just forward your receipt to support@internetroyalty.com. Say that you purchased from the webinar. So that's if you purchased tonight from the webinar, then our team will add. We'll reply with a link for you to access High Ticket Ignition, and then we'll add the extra followers to your account as well.
Money. All right, Mel says I'm all in too. A bunch of people are all in. This is exciting times, really. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm telling you guys, once I hit 100K followers, I mean, it was just people freaked out when they see. It's so funny. I was just at a pool hall the other day, just with a couple buddies, just playing some pool. And one of the people that we started playing pool with, you know, we started playing teams and doubles and things like that. And I was like, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You know, they asked me who I was, all that kind of stuff, you know, because I was wearing one of my Internet Royalty shirts. And they're like, what's that brand? And I was like, oh, it's one of the internet companies I run. And, you know, I just said, you know, I'm on Instagram, and we just teach people how to grow their Instagram account pretty big. I was like, here, add me on Instagram real quick. Gave my phone to him. Literally didn't see my phone for like 5 minutes. My phone was getting passed around the entire pool hall because people couldn't believe how many people were following me. Okay. And they were just adding me and adding me and adding me. And so you're going to see this, guys, when you start to grow a big Instagram account and you do that, that's the magic. Really what you'd want to do when you're like in, you know, actual situations where you're in front of people's eyes. It's so much more fun than even the internet, which is hilarious. Because I've always been about the internet, but now with this Instagram thing, it's fun getting in front of people. Because when you give them, that's the magic. You give them your phone, right? And you say, here, add me on Instagram. Just search your name real quick. And then what you do is you give it to them on your homepage. And that's when they see your magic. You know what I'm saying? They're like, because before they add themselves, the first thing they're going to see on the very top is how many followers you have. And then they're
definitely going to try that this week. I want to see how many, I might actually have somebody record it. You know what?
I know. I want to start doing that because, man, it's so many experiences that's happened to me. Like you said, for example, when you were talking to the flower shop person, were you with them in person, or was that on the phone? I forgot. Yeah.
Personal.
So when you were in person, you gave him your thing. They freaked out. Was it crazy?
I just accidentally opened it up, and I'm like, I kind of set it there, and he's like, he was just kind of freaking out, you know. I'm like, yeah, man, let's do this. Like,
it's so funny. So funny. Let's see. Somebody says, can I reply? What was it? Did I miss something? I think I missed something. I want to make sure that we're
Vincent, good. You have a website, getthislifestyle.com, and an app, Online Sales Pro. How much we can make off that?
That's not what we're talking about right now, but it's just it's just as important for sure. But once you guys get inside of Internet Royalty, of course, you'll start hearing about my other companies as well, you know, because basically what we're doing right now in my world, right, there's like a trifecta going on. It's about, you know, getting that branding and credibility going on, getting your websites up and going on, and then getting the autoresponder where you can start email marketing. So we're going to teach you all of that once you join, right? And in the back end of Internet Royalty, the membership and everything, you'll learn every single step when it comes down to it. But like I'm saying, in the beginning, man, I'm telling you, you can have the best websites, the best software like what we have in my other company, the best autoresponder like we have in this other company. But if you don't have the credibility, it just doesn't matter. It's so crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those situations where you just won't matter to anybody when you don't have credibility. And that's the beauty. All right. That's the actual beauty. And for those of you guys who are in the comments right now, go ahead and share. You know, I see some people sharing their usernames on Instagram. Go for it. share everybody, you know, share with each other real quick. I see Maylene over there working some magic over there, trying to get some people to follow. I ain't mad at you. No, it's different if you're, you know, sharing affiliate links and things like that, but I'm not mad at you. Go ahead and share. All you guys who are on this, go ahead and share really quick. If a person is an affiliate already, do they get affiliate commission? I'm not sure what that means exactly. Do you understand that, Bob? If a person,
yeah, if you promote it, William, you know, if you take your affiliate link, you already have purchased from Internet Royalty, you just take your affiliate link and go start sharing it with people. And before you know it, you could even put it in your bio if you want. I mean,
yeah, our system just won't allow you to obviously get a commission if you buy for yourself through your own affiliate link. But if you promote it and other people buy through your link, you'll get paid, of course. And then also, I have this up on the screen just so you guys can see it again. I know it's been a few minutes since you saw this. So just as a reminder, if you purchase 25,000 followers, or if you purchase 25,000 followers, you'll get 10,000 followers free. If you purchase 50,000 followers, you get 20,000 free. If you purchase 100,000 followers, you'll get 30,000 followers free.
What's the value of
any of these packages? Just make sure to email our support at internetroyalty.com with your receipt, okay? And just let them know. Just send your receipt. Say, hey, I was on the webinar with Bob, James, and Vincent, and this is what I bought. Can I please get whatever the promotion is, okay? Right. And that's how you can access it.
Boom. I think I just got rid of an affiliate link or something that somebody put up, and I accidentally pushed ban. That person's going to be so mad. I meant to just erase the link, and I actually pushed ban on accident. Poor person. They were all excited too to share their affiliate link.
I deleted. I deleted 2 people earlier that put their affiliate link to Internet Royalty.
Don't share any URLs, guys. Just share the name if you're going to share your Instagram name. All right. Let's see. So will we know if they are real followers and real likes when we look at their profiles to see how many posts they have? Of course. Yeah. You'll see the followers that come in, and they're real people. You'll see them come in and everything. Now, what I want you guys to know, the followers will mostly be they're not going to be from the United States hardly, because this actually started over, you know, kind of overseas, and then it's kind of moving this direction. So you'll see a lot of Russia and a lot of things like that. But what's so cool is, you know, as we keep growing and as we keep building and as we keep getting on all these mobile apps, it's going to move over into the United States too, which is so cool. We're literally before the United States gets this. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so cool too. And so that's the exciting part. But realize, and this is what I keep trying to say, and this is what I don't want to promise, you know, anybody, that your followers, right, and your engagement per post that you buy, like, they might turn into some money for you, things like that. But realize that that's just the juice, right, to utilize the marketing and the hashtags that I teach you how to use to get in front of your right audience, okay? And that's the magic. Once you get in front of the right audience and you get those natural followers that have the money for what you have, that's the magic. So you utilize the juice. Otherwise, if you don't have this juice, you're not going to show up on those hashtags like I showed you earlier. You're not going to show up on the Explorer page in front of people that you would want, right? Because you're not important enough according to Instagram, okay? You're not important enough if you don't have followers and likes going on in your stuff. So that's the magic. That's what I want you to realize. And then obviously that marketing aspects of things are for that $20 a month membership as well, you know, down at the very bottom of our website. So make sure you get that. Every single person in the world should be having that right now for the stuff that we've learned, you know, for $500,000 over the last 8 months. But the reality is, you know, you have to understand that the marketing is what gives you the right people. All right. So don't worry even about the followers that come in or the people that like your post to give you that juice. You don't even really worry about them. They're just the juice to utilize the hashtags that I teach you, to utilize the marketing that I teach you to get in front of the right audience. All right. So realize that.
Michael just said, LMAO, I just got accepted for $3,000 at Chase.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, so many people don't realize this. You know what I'm saying?
Me.
people just don't realize the fact. I heard of somebody's Chase account getting shut down the other day for like some sort of funky business they were in on the internet. That's why you guys have to realize that, you know, these companies, these banks, and these loan people, they're going to look for what you're purchasing too. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look for legit people. You know what I'm saying? And so realize that too. So that's exciting with Chase. I mean, that's a huge multi-bazillion-dollar bank that did that right there, right, you know, right now for that person. And so
think about this: if you had 100,000 followers and Chase tried to like kick you out, you could just show them your followers and be like, "Oh, you're good.
Game over."
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just exciting. And so that's crazy. I mean, that's perfect example right here and right now is that somebody just applied online for their Chase credit card and they got $3,000 and now they're going to look like a freaking celebrity on the internet. And now everybody's going to pay attention to them, you know, because they're going to use that 3,000 and purchase this stuff and get, this is next level, man. And this is what I did. This is what Bob did. This is what James did. We all put everything. We were in debt at first, just like y'all have to get the right amount of marketing to finally get out of it to then smash. Okay. It's all about the up and down curve, man. It's like diamonds, you know, they start as cold, they get put under pressure, they get destroyed, and then they become beautiful diamonds, man. That's life in general. If you don't get pushed, right? If you don't have that pressure, right, you'll never succeed in life, period. End of story. Look at anything in life, working out, getting muscles, losing weight, everything, every single thing. Look at those guns over there. Every single thing. I'm telling you, in life, there's got to be massive pressure. And in entrepreneurship, it's so funny. I don't know what it is. I think it's more influence than anything, where people, you know, when they think they want to become an entrepreneur, they want to become successful, they ask the people around them who are just people that don't have that mentality, unfortunately. And thank God that, you know, not everybody does. Otherwise, it wouldn't be easy for us to win. But they just they ask the people that don't have that mentality, that don't want to have anything extra. And then those people shut them down and they go, all right, well, never mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what's so crazy. And it's so funny about, I don't know about y'all, but like, you know, my family unit and things like that, there isn't one entrepreneur besides my mom, right, in our family unit that I know of. Like, I don't know, there's probably like 100+ people in my family that I know. You know what I mean? One entrepreneur, you know, that's it. You know, so realize that all of the, you know, all my friends, everybody, you know, in my close circle growing up, nobody is an entrepreneur. And so
even your daddy's a fireman, isn't he?
My dad was he's a retired deputy chief of Kansas City, Missouri. So yeah. And so, you know, he's not an entrepreneur, you know, and so if I would have asked him advice or, you know, looked at his life as a you know, a credible source to become an entrepreneur, no, not a chance. You know what I mean? And thank God for my dad out there, you know, and people like my dad who are military and also, you know, police force and everything. Thank God. That's what I'm saying. The reality is, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to win, just realize that it's a different mentality. You don't go ask normal 9-to-5 people, right? Because they're just, that's what they're created for. You know, God creates us all for different reasons and different purposes and things like that. And so I appreciate, trust me, I appreciate people, you know, that don't want to become an entrepreneur as well, but you can't ask them for permission or advice to become one. You have to make sure you're hanging with the right people and doing what entrepreneurs and people in your lifestyle are doing. So, dude, what is that? Has it been 2 hours and 15 minutes for real?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, time's flying by right now.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Any new questions that I've missed? I don't know.
Someone sent me a screenshot of buying 50K followers for $249. So how would I counter that?
What is it?
He said there's a screenshot of buying 50K followers for $249. So how would I counter that?
If somebody sent you a screenshot for buying 250 or 50,000 followers for 250, they are all fake proxies. Okay, so it's so funny. This is a very technical question, and my engineers actually know this. The 18 engineers that do all this, that have all of your things on the mobile apps, they actually know what everybody else does too, which is wild. But they're fake proxies that are created for the followers. And then what happens when all these fake proxies, you're going to see, like, for example, if that person paid $250 for 50,000 followers, they're all fake proxies and fake IPs and fake things that were put out there. That person that gets 50,000 followers will see 5,000 the next day after they all get removed from Instagram. All right. So realize that. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, we right here, us three, we can't get behind anything like that. We cannot get around fake stuff. I mean, period, in the store. We have too much history. You know what I mean? And so, you know, that's just the reality. You're not going to see your followers be dropping off the way it is. Now, if you get 100,000 followers, you'll probably see, I'll just give you some stats, you know, with your posting and things, you'll see 50 to 100 or so remove themselves per day or so. If you get 100,000, which is normal, that's standard material, you know what I mean? But then you're also start gaining followers too once you start utilizing my marketing and things like that as well. So realize that, you know, when you do big time promotions, you will lose some people, but not very many. Out of 100,000, about 50 a day or so is nothing. You know what I mean? So just realize that too. But what's Bob over there busting up about? I gotta hear it.
Sorry.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
Devin just made me freaking laugh out loud. Sorry.
What am I missing? I'm missing.
Devin said we want to look at Vince, Bob, and the other guy.
What are they talking about?
I don't know, dude. It just made me laugh.
Yeah, I think it's me. So my name's James. Hey, Devin. What's up, man?
Anyways, so let's do this. I don't know, James, can you show those followers again for me? I gotta make this very clear to these guys because this is a big deal. Like, this isn't just like a pitch fest. I hope you guys understand that. We want you guys to walk away tonight and understand that you literally can make thousands of dollars a month reselling this, and the opportunities. I mean, think about just being the cool guy at the party. Right now, that's Vincent's thing. I'm a little bit. I'm 34 now. As I age and get more gray hair, I just don't care about that anymore. But it does help if that's what you want to do, right? It's all good. Let's see. But James, so if you could put it on your screen. So again,
you guys see the screen okay? I'm showing it right now.
I think so. So what I want you to understand is, okay, so first of all, I think there's 14 left of the 25K packages in order to get the high ticket ignition, right? Once you get high ticket ignition, which me and James sell all the time for $1,997, you're going to get it for free for the same cost of the 25,000 followers, okay? Now, once you get high ticket ignition, you're going to never have to worry about how do I get leads, how do I generate the right people that will actually buy these services, right? Or any other high ticket program that you're in the future, or whatever you want to sell that's high ticket, you know, high ticket meaning $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000. You're going to learn how to have other people do it for you, right? So you don't have to be the guy on the phone closing and doing all that crazy stuff, right? So if you take action right now on the 25,000 or higher, you're going to get high ticket ignition for the next, I think, 14 people, right, that order. Which gets you 10,000 extra followers for free. Which, how much is that, guys? I should know that.
Cost then normally?
What's that?
Which one? Go ahead.
10,000 followers is $797. See, we didn't even put a value on this, guys. So yeah. Go back to that one screen. All right, so you're getting $800 extra worth of followers. You're getting me and James' $1,997 course. And don't forget the perception, the value of having 35,000 followers on Instagram, okay? Now let's go to the purchase 50K, okay? Not only are you getting 70,000 people following you on Instagram, but it's where is it at? I don't even know how much that's worth. That'd be worth like $1,500. Let's call it $1,400. Go back to that. The other screen. So not only are you getting 50,000 followers, but you're getting 20,000 extra followers for free, which is literally $1,400 extra you don't have to spend. You're just getting that as a bonus. You're getting me and James' $1,997 course, okay? And then the 100K followers, you get 30,000 extra, which how much is that, James?
It is, let me see. About 2,910.
13 left. 13 left for high ticket ignition, guys. The followers, that's up to Vincent, really. How long he wants to hold that open for. We can't obviously just keep giving away all. It's already cheap enough as it is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know, considering we understand that some people just don't got money, but I like to use this as well. But you know, now you're at 130,000 followers. If you purchase 100K followers today, you get 130. That's more than me and James. James, we got to get like more Insta famous, bro. Let's order more. We got to order more. We got to order more tonight before these guys catch up with us. Anyways, you guys are going to freak out how fast they come in too. It's nuts. We're actually doing this, and we're going to be doing this in other niches as well, like that we want to sell like clothing lines to, jewelry lines to, all kinds of different things, because it's all organic. You know, after the certain amount of likes, it's literally 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 over. Some people like, gosh, I forget their names. Frazier, he's getting what, like 8,000 extra sometimes.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah.
Like
Sometimes
8,000, 9,000 organic people that are literally liking his stuff because he's on almost every single Explorer page there is right now. And this is all he's doing. I mean, there's no secret to it. So again, 100K follower package. If you got the money, I would jump on this for real, because you'll be right up there, 130,000 followers that fast. You'll get 2,910 worth of extra followers. That's a lot of money. That's $3,000 you don't have to spend extra. And you're getting, me and James, $1,997 course, which last time I looked, we had 13 left. And you definitely want to jump in the group as well, right? So you want to be in the group for a few reasons. The engagement on your posts, the more comments that, you know, we all comment and like and share and all that stuff. Not share, but you know what I'm saying. I'm still getting used to this. See, guys, I'm still an Instagram newbie, but I'm making it work, right? Like, I got 102,000 followers, and I still don't know what the crap's going on. But all I know is leads are coming in, money's happening, and it's the perceived value is huge. I haven't had time because of my other businesses to fully utilize this yet. I'm like freaking pumped to get going. So let's see. How long does it take for 100K followers to come in? Does that take about 3-4 weeks?
It's about 1,000 to 500. I'm sorry, it's about 1,000 to 5,000 followers a day that you'll get when you purchase that. And it really comes down to, like I said, this is real marketing. It comes down to how many people are utilizing the software and the apps that we are putting you in front of. You know what I'm saying? So realize that aspect. But about 1,000 to 5,000 per day if you're doing 100,000. So yeah, it just depends. It's about usually 3 to 4 weeks or so. So it don't come in overnight, because it's not fake nonsense like what you're going to be finding on the internet, period, end of story. It's real marketing. You're getting real displays on mobile app users in front of millions of people. Okay, so realize that. Devin says, man, stop talking so I could sign up.
You said you need X's and O's tattooed on the sides of your head for all of those ladies, Bob.
Oh gosh.
I only got one lady now, man, with 4 kids. I can't believe it. It happens fast. Anyways.
That's hilarious.
Somebody that's on here said follow the gray, and that couldn't have been more truer. Like, just find some older people, and well, not all of them are wise. I'm not going to say that, but they got money, right? Anyways.
Somebody said, would I get a deal if I purchase from an affiliate who sent me here, or should I buy from the main website? If an affiliate sent you here, I really don't know how an affiliate sent you here, to be honest, because there's not affiliate links yet. But if somebody did go back to that affiliate that sent you here and get their affiliate link, then purchase right through them. Of course. I mean, this company is literally, what's so funny, James and I were talking I think it was like 2 nights ago for like 2 hours or so, and then Bob was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But Bob's been turning in early, which is nice. I mean, he's been waking up early, turning in early. It's beautiful.
I'm not really waking up early either. It's weird.
Oh, but we were talking. James and I were talking. We were talking about affiliates and stuff. And James, like, Bob and I, we've made millions of dollars, but never really thought about affiliates that much. Affiliates have made great money from us and things like that, but we've never really put them as the reason, essentially. Right. And so one of the things is, like, I just told him, it comes from my background. I watched my mom take literally several ladies, you know, from nobodies to massively somebody, you know, and making a great living through her network marketing. And so it just, I guess I've just always thought about the people. So of course, I mean, if somebody brought you to this webinar somehow without an affiliate link, do not go to our website and buy, you know, without them. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like, so go back to them, get their link, then you'll go back to the same website and they'll get credit for the sale. So of course, anytime that somebody else is involved, make sure you get with them for sure.
And just, I know we've said this, but I just want to reiterate it, because just like he said, there's a reason that, like, so these webinars that we're doing right now, again, we're not using it. We could have used an affiliate link from the system just to track sales and stuff like that. We're not doing that because we want to make sure that if you have clicked an affiliate's link before coming to this webinar, that when you go to Internet Royalty and purchase, that cookie will still be in place. So the affiliate that referred you will still get credit. That's what we want. So for all of you guys that are going to purchase tonight and become affiliates, just know that that's our heart, that's our vision, is that everything that we do with email and all of that stuff to promote Internet Royalty, we'll be using our, like, the naked internetroyalty.com URL, so that if you had someone click on your link before and they go to the site from a webinar or email, you're okay. So
it's kind of breaking up, isn't he?
Yeah, you're good now. It kind of came back.
Florida internet.
You guys were talking. Yeah, you guys were both talking smack on each other's internet before this. This is funny.
Because it was his internet.
Yeah. What's going on?
He always plays it on me. Anyways, Mark says, "Hey Vince."
Bob, you were cutting out a little bit earlier too, which is
that was your internet.
I mean, I got Google Fiber. I'm just saying, I'm the winner. I got 1 gig up and down. You know,
I got fiber to the road. They told me it was fiber. It wasn't. I live in Ohio. There's nothing but barns and cows out here.
Oh my goodness.
That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah. That's where everybody thinks where I'm from. That's the same.
So yes, Mark, you can promote your current affiliate link. Vince was talking about there's no affiliate link to this actual webinar yet to promote. That's what he was meaning.
Right. Yeah, not yet. Somebody said, can we buy the 25K now and then add the other stuff later? I mean,
if you buy it now, you are in. Right?
Yeah, I mean, at 25, you're getting all the goods right there. So you're getting the extra 10 and you're getting the high ticket ignition. So you're good to go. So purchase that 25 for sure. Somebody said VOJ is the shit. I'll take that all day long.
You can just call me VOB.
Let's see. How about that? Oh, somebody's been on Instagram a lot lately. Let's see. For example, is this okay with Instagram TOS? Oh yeah, we already answered that. All right. Yep, of course. This is real marketing. All right.
Any other questions?
I'm thinking we're good to go.
All right.
I can't believe there's still this many people on here. It's unbelievable.
You guys do it.
I don't know what's going on right now. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, that's the thing too, man. Our community, for those of you guys, if you are brand new or you're seeing this brand new, I mean, our community is like family. It's nuts. I mean, you know, Bob and James' side, that's what's so cool about us doing a business together now, finally, like really hardcore, is that, you know, their community is the same thing, family style, family unit. So that's what you guys are going to notice with us, man. It's like our people aren't customers to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like a family unit kind of situation. So that's what's exciting too.
So who's all pumped? Like, who's all pumped to start earning $5,000 a sale, that kind of stuff, or more like 2,500 to 5,000? Like, who thinks they could really do that? Who understands the vision in that? And who likes the fact that they're lifetime commissions, meaning you make that sale once and they keep purchasing. If they buy 5,000 a week, it's 10,000 a month from one person. I mean, the opportunity is literally endless, guys. Who's all pumped? Say, I'm pumped in the box.
Pump's starting to fly. There's a couple questions real quick before I know they're gonna go flying away because Pump's gonna be hard. But somebody said I'm trying to buy from the store, but it won't let me add another item than one item to the cart. So anybody that has issues, I mean, I don't know why that issue's happened to that person. We just never know. The thing is, like, if somebody's doing it on a weird, browser that we haven't tested, because there's so many different browsers, that could happen, stuff like that. But if any problems at all, support@internetroyalty.com will help you, and give us some time. I mean, tonight, if you're with us live, obviously James is around, which is amazing. But most of the time, realize that, like, you know, at the end of the day, it just depends when you watch this replay too, and you know, at the end of the day, but you know, this is a brand new business. I mean, support questions be flying in like crazy right now. I mean, 200-300 support questions a day. And that just shows you how much activity and engagement's going on with what we're doing. I mean, people are freaking out, you know, excited. So just realize that we're like the reason why we're behind, to be honest, we have massive support staffs and stuff, but the realization is we have to get them trained on all this as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they have to learn, and then they have to understand, and then they have to teach. We have, you know, we have support training right now, which is crazy. So it's, you know, it's exciting. You know, it's just a good problem to have, for sure, to have. Basically, our goal is support to answer you within 24 hours. But some people said, you know, support had an answer for 3 days sometimes. And just realize, man, that's because, you know, 1,000 tickets were in front of you, because the realization is this is a big freaking deal. So for those of you guys who are in this live, just realize, I mean, you're getting special treatment too. You know, realizing the fact that James is around too. So if you have any issues at all purchasing or whatever, since you might be on some weird browser or something like that's acting crazy right now, just let us know at support@internetroyalty.com.
Yep. And usually, so usually if people say that they waited like 2 or 3 days to get a response, it was because they submitted a ticket on like Friday night or Saturday morning or something, and it was the weekend, and it takes till Monday or Tuesday to kind of get caught up. But I also just tested our site, so I added a few items to the cart. It looks like it's working fine on our end. So what you might want to do is like just give it a minute or two, and then refresh the site, like refresh the page, and then try to add the items to the cart again.
This latest comment, that's gotta go bye-bye. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
One more of those, he's gonna have to go bye-bye.
Yeah,
He was too excited.
You said, yeah, I gotta delete that one too.
I was too excited.
Anyway,
All right, you guys.
William, he says you are talking on the checkout page, and I can't listen to two people. What are you saying on the checkout page? William, basically it's the same stuff we've been talking about on here. So if you could just click the add to cart and check out, man.
Yeah. So the main thing on the checkout page is that if you're buying, like, you know, a lot of you guys have been buying, I see a $6,000 purchase, $3,000 purchase, like orders are flying in. Literally now they're flying in. So really the checkout page, the main thing is that if you're buying something that's like $2,000 or more, maybe even $1,000 or more, you might want to contact your bank, like just turn your credit card over, call the number on the back of the card, and let them know that you're going to make this purchase. If your order gets declined, it's usually just because your bank is preventing any purchases that are online from going through that are over a certain amount. So that's the basic thing on the checkout video. Isn't that right, Vincent?
Exactly. I mean, I've seen some people even need to call their banks and credit card companies for $500 or more too. So just know, if the decline happens, it's just because your credit card is an amazing company and just protecting you from anything that could happen that they haven't seen before. You know what I mean? So realize that it's cool. It's a cool situation, but it's annoying, I know, for you guys out there trying to make it happen quick. But sometimes you just need to call your banks, call your credit cards, things like that. And you'll be good to go that aspect. So just let them know you're buying some online marketing. Basically, that's it. Period.
Yeah, every $10,000-$20,000 wire we do, they call me every single time. They're like,
yeah, it's just a good.
Is this real? Did you like?
It's just a good thing. I mean, banks are awesome these days. You know, credit cards are awesome these days. They're just good people behind the scenes. So, will this all work for a brand new Instagram account buying your professional graphics? Yes. And if it's a brand new Instagram account, like I said, you know, and you buy the $20 a month package down at the bottom, you know, for the Instagram group and stuff, you'll also get access to our 200 images. But if you get the designer at the bottom of our website, man, our designer is the same designer that you're purchasing. That is the same designer that does it for my stuff. I mean, you are going to have the most amazing Instagram account in the planet, really. I mean, at the end of the story, I mean, it's just like an amazing designer, and there's nobody better. So for $297 right now, and like I said, if you see this replay and it's $497 or $997, that's probably going to happen. You know what I mean? But the reality is right now for $297, the orders are already coming in too fast, but we just, you know, like I said, it's the same thing. The designers even, you know, over there going, man, you know, it's crazy how many people are coming in so fast. And, you know, I'd like to charge more, but, you know, I feel like the same thing with you guys. It's like, let's give away for a little while, get testimonials after testimonials, and then let's go up and up. So just realize that too. I mean, if you're seeing this replay somehow, you know, later and the prices are, you know, even 2 times, 3 times, 5 times what they are on the website, realize they're just going to go higher and higher as we move forward. And so the exciting part too, though, you know, even on the designer down at the bottom for $297, you still earn a 25% commission when you sell that too. So, I mean, it's just exciting. There's nothing on our website that you don't earn money on, which is wild. You know what I mean? So that's the really fun part.
You guys got to understand, like, designers aren't cheap either. Like, we have 2, 3-ish designers, like 2.5 designers on our team, because one of them does other stuff. But like, that's like $1,500 a week or something, or $1,200 a week that we spend just on like design. You know what I mean? We're not even talking about this deal. Like, this is like our separate thing me and James do. So it's like, designers aren't cheap, and they're hard to find good ones as well. So
for sure.
Randy
Somebody
said,
said,
also,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say what Randy just said. So Randy said, beauty of this is since it's for my business, this is a tax deductible marketing expense. That's a very good comment, actually. Something to think about is that whenever you're investing in your business, you can obviously write these things off. And then a lot of you guys that are watching this, if you're watching this right now and it's tax time, tax season, what do most people do with their tax refund check? Is they go blow it. They go on vacation. They go somewhere. What if you could literally take, you know, one check that you get, invest it into something that could give you credibility for the next few years in business, right? I mean, literally, like Bob's talking about, we were able to close one deal, probably $10,000 a month with a local business because we were able to show credibility on our Instagram, okay? So literally one transaction, one investment into something like this could be something that pays you, you know, who knows how much over the next few years. I always tell that story about when I invested into a mentor that taught me how to do high ticket sales online, because it's real. You know, I paid him $3,000 and he taught me how to do this stuff. And now sitting here 2 years later, having done over $1 million in high ticket sales over the phone because of something that I learned in that one deal. So sometimes you don't realize what's on the backside of one transaction.
Right.
Exactly. So, somebody said, I'm sorry I wasn't clear, but the issue is on internetroyaltystore.com. Okay, so that's somebody that's watching this live. Our internetroyaltystore.com will be around for a while, but the reality is with the store, okay, it's, you know, that's just one of those things that's fun. We're not even making money on it. It's just exciting. I know people wanted to get the brand and things like that. But the reality, if you have issues with that internetroyaltystore.com, that was actually created on a third-party site. And even me, myself, in all of us, we buy the products for the same price you guys do. So there's really no money in it. It was just really for branding purposes for y'all. But realize if you have issues with that store, you need to contact them, okay? Because I just put the designs on there with my design team, and then they're the ones producing all that. So if you have any issues with them, internetroyaltystore.com, then you can check that out. So
I don't know about you guys, but the whole time I've just been thinking in my head, is that lion on your hat real gold? Like, that's
I'll just let you think that, okay? No, I mean, it was an expensive hat for sure, but
you would get robbed. That was real.
It definitely ain't real gold, but that'd be kind of cool if it was. I wouldn't be wearing it out probably. That's a chunk of gold.
Right.
Let's see here. What else we got? I found out the government likes to take more when you get your income over 150K for sure. We know what that's all about. But the beautiful thing is too, when you start, spending more on your expenses and your marketing, things like that, obviously that goes down too. I started spending a lot more on my expenses this year than I ever have. Like, I even got my cars on leases, and now those are under my business name. And so now I'm writing all that off. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you guys are gonna learn.
Rent out your office. I mean, there's so many things. Like, you could ask anybody that knows me. Every little thing I do, whether it goes to where I'm going out to eat, where I'm a hotel, anything I plan with my family or anything, I always figure out a way to write it off. Meaning, I always plan business in different areas. Like, if I'm going to Florida, well, I'm going to Florida so I can do video shoots and do sales videos and do all this stuff. Just because my family's here with me doesn't, you know what I mean? You start thinking differently as an entrepreneur. You're like, well, if I bring this person along on this business lunch, I could bring my friend along with me over here. Like every little thing I do, I'm figuring out a way to write stuff off. Like,
And it's the truth too, which is crazy because, you know, Bob, right before this webinar, was eating with his wife at a dinner place, and he called us, and we were working on marketing the whole time. You know, every once in a while he'd come on there and he'd talk about what we were going to talk about, and talk about, you know, the giveaway and stuff, and he can write that off, you know. So that's what's so cool about being an entrepreneur, is you can pretty much write off any situation that you have, you know. But
Jeanette, sorry, I have to say, Jeanette said, please don't be offended, but please, when saying me and Vincent, say instead Vincent and I do. Or he gave it to Vincent and me. And I know we were taught this in school. I know you were taught that. Well, here's the truth. I actually dropped out of school because I was making too much money in high school. So I really, in English was my lowest grade, right? So I just focused on making money, right? To be completely honest, like that's just the honest truth. I really did drop out of school. Like I'm not super proud of that, but at the same time, when I was sitting in school, knowing what I knew in school, it felt like jail. Like I just wanted to get out of school so I can go build my businesses, right? So, yeah.
One of the things
Vincent. I'm sorry, I had to say it one more time.
The only thing I wish I paid attention to in school more was English, which is funny because at the end of the day, when you do know English grammar and everything properly, then nobody says nothing. But the reality is,
really good to write sales copy. It's not always punctual and not always right, but you know how to make it sell. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyways,
I mean, because I'm the same way. I didn't pay attention in English class, and all my stuff's backwards for sure. So Jeanette, I mean, you're not gonna like our grammar very much. I mean, I'm just saying.
I try to be professional as I can. What's funny is me and James' biggest clients, some of our biggest clients are like 8-year business graduates from college. Like people that come out and they're like, I had no idea how to do business. But what's even crazier is they'll have all these big words, like big business words when they talk to me, and I'm sitting here like,
what are you saying
right now? But I know how to make the money. That's all that matters.
That's what's so funny about, like, that's another thing. It's like English and being good at grammar doesn't make you money anymore. Like back in the day when you were a smart person, it used to make you a lot of money, like back in the day, right? Because everybody would just pay attention. That was like the credibility factor. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what we're talking about with Instagram. What's the credibility this day and age? Look at the reality of what we see on television nowadays. It's not about grammar and punctuality and nothing anymore. It's like, who's got the most followers? That's it.
You just got to pay an editor.
And that's it.
I can just slap some stuff on a paper. Like I'm in the Everyday Heroes 2 with Matt Basak, and like, man, it was sloppy as heck. I just sent it over to my guy, and I was like, oh man, this is awful, but he fixed it up, so we're good.
I know. I mean,
anyway, so guys, I don't know. Do you want to wrap this up?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Somebody keeps saying William's trying to purchase right now, so hardcore, and William, we appreciate that. If you're having issues, bro, just like I said, support@internetroyalty.com. I mean, tons of sales just came in, no problems, no issues. So William, just realize that, and then just know that, you know, it could be a browser issue, something. You never know. Like there's just so much to go on in that aspect. But I could tell you 99% of the time, nobody has issues purchasing. I mean, we're seeing sales fly in every single day, all day. So William, hit up support@internetroyalty.com. We'll hook you up. We'll figure out what's going on, and we'll make sure that you're good to go, bro. So don't worry about that for sure. And I think we good to go, man. Let's get out of here. This is about 3 hours.
Is it really?
Yeah, and there's still so many freaking people here. I mean, it's unbelievable. The people that are still here, just let us know who's here still. I mean, come at the end of the day, there's literally hundreds of people still here. It's mind-blowing after this long. And what I want to see is just who's the names of these people. I mean, come on now. This is wild.
Who's all still here? Who's not?
And we promoted this. I mean, this wasn't a big webinar. We didn't promote this big or do nothing. No ads, no nothing. And, you know, it's like you guys showed this is the real deal people right here. You know, that's what's the exciting part. I see it coming in now. Mel, Brad, Daryl, Mark, Jason, Jeanette. Oh, she's going on the grammar again. Shannon, Donald, Beverly from Texas. I love it. Tons of people are coming in. Jeffrey, I'm not even catching up anymore what's going on here. So Troy in the house. And KC, homie. Oh, I like that. Eric, Devin, We got another question. Let's answer that one last question. David, Shonda, Edward. Let's see, Al, Daryl. Okay, let me look at this question. Randy, I'm not catching up anymore. Okay, if we end up with 35,000 Instagram followers, but have only, let's say, 100 Facebook friends and 50, does that kind of look funny? No, it does not at all, because I have 200,000 followers on Instagram, and I have through my Facebook pages, I would say, give or take, like 50 to 60,000 or something like that. I would say something like that. But the reality is, it's all about where you're marketing, and that's all that matters. I mean, in Instagram, what's so funny is, like, especially because I just had the best lesson in the world going to LA and you know, being there around those entrepreneurs who are basically starting the trend, is that being in LA, when people asked what your Instagram is, that's all they said. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say, all right, so what's your Facebook now? What's your website now? No, it didn't work like that. It's like, what's your Instagram? Because that's all I give a dang about, period, in the story. And so just realize it has nothing to do with your other, you know, social medias and things like that. Plus, Facebook's dying. You know, for most people,
use Facebook.
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
I have some friends that they have huge like legitimate followings. They're DJs and stuff on Instagram. They're like, I don't even have an account anymore.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean it doesn't still work, but yeah, like, not everybody looks at that. It just means that's where you're actually at, like, the most, and you're marketing the most, and you care about the most. That's all.
Exactly. Michael, the guy that went for that new credit card that got that 3K on it, which is awesome, and a lot of people will be doing that as well. For those of you guys who did that, who looked up and got a loan and everything because you want to go big and things like that, what was the code that we were jacking around earlier? Was it Big Beard?
What was it?
Big Beard or something? What was it, James?
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. Okay, so yeah, if
we weren't really going to use that, but I guess
we are now, because at the end of the day, it was 2 days.
What movie was that in?
I don't even know.
Wasn't it like Jason Bourne or something?
All I was doing is Blackbeard, a black nice
Captain Jack Sparrow. You know what I'm saying?
They don't really need to use anything. They can just email support with their receipt and just.
Well, this is a
Blackbeard.
Yeah, well, this is somebody that, you know, they're worried that, you know, once they get the credit card in and things, that they won't have the deal that we're running. So if you, what is it, Blackbeard?
Code name Blackbeard.
Yeah. Okay, if you say Blackbeard, that means you watch this webinar replay or live event, and you're good.
Blackbeard.
Our support teams give like, dude, what is wrong with you guys? Oh my gosh.
And to make this even cooler, we're not even going to tell support what the code word is.
Yeah.
That's what we usually do.
Like, what? What's going on here?
That always happens to me and James. We'll do like a webinar, and like the next day, they're like, all these people are saying something crazy. You know, we're like, oh yeah, we totally forgot about that. Like, anyways, all right, guys, I got to get to bed.
I'm out.
Big day tomorrow.
I gotta pack
Monday. Love Monday. Monday's my favorite day of the week, so I got to get up. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna let Vincent close this out, but thank you guys for the honor of spending nearly
3 hours.
3 hours with us, which is ridiculous. What is wrong with you people? No, I'm just kidding. You guys are awesome. I mean, we were here with you, so it's all good. But just know we're all in this together, right? So we want you successful. We want you to make a lot of money. We want you to go out and build a huge following. We want all this for you, right? If you're successful, obviously our business is successful. You get what I'm saying? So the more money you make, the more money we make, right? Everybody's happy. It's a win-win-win for all of us. It's all good. So thank you guys for your time. I'm going to just let them finish off. I'm going to shut my mouth so this doesn't keep going on forever, because I could talk all day just like Vincent. I promise you. James can vouch for that. James, why don't you say peace to everybody? But thank you guys.
Boom, baby. All right, James, you tear it up real quick and then I'll finish it.
Yeah, guys, thanks for being on tonight. It was awesome, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Boom, baby. All right, y'all. So for those of you who stayed with us for 3 hours, that's just much love right there. So I tell you what, for those of you guys who are still here, oh man, I want to do something cool. Shoot, I don't even know what to do here. I tell you what, go to my, if you even know, just hit me up on Facebook and say Blackbeard in my message. and I'll pick 3 of you guys that will give away 1,000 followers too. Just say Blackbeard in one of my messages on Facebook or Instagram. And then I'll know. Then I'll give away 3 people 1,000 followers on Instagram for being here so long. This isn't for anybody that's watching the replay. This isn't for you. This is just for the people that have been chilling with us live. So appreciate you guys so much. Each one of you, I'm going to pick 3 out of all of you that messaged me, okay? 3. And I'm going to give away 3 of you 1,000 followers. So other than that, appreciate you guys so much for me doing away. We're doing. If you haven't seen also on my Facebook and Instagram, I'm going to be giving away 1,000 followers every single day to people who are engaging, who are commenting, who are showing their love, who are, you know, sticking around. Because basically, I know when I see your face show up, oh my God, my Facebook's going insane. You hear it right now?
Just say Blackbeard.
It's coming. It's coming. Blackbeard's already coming in right now. I love you guys. You guys are so much. Oh my goodness. But anyways, when I see your I can't stop laughing right now. When I see your guys' names pop up all the time underneath the comments, underneath the Facebook, underneath the Instagram, underneath all the action, it just shows us a lot, man. We put a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of time into all this stuff, you know, and you know, all the blood, sweat, and tears is worth it when we see your faces show up every single day. You know what I'm saying? On our comments and everything. So much love, peace, and you guys have a beautiful night. I'm going to be in Maui this week. So if you're watching the replay, I might be back from who knows. But if you're watching us live, I'm going to be in Maui this week. I'm going to be on Instagram rocking some cool photos out there and things like that. And so just hit me up, and hope you guys have an amazing night. Other than that, we appreciate you guys so much. Peace out.
Peace.
How do I leave this thing?